Rocco, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good morning to you guys. Peace and blessings to you all. Good morning to you all. Rocco, I see you. Princess, what's going on? Good morning to you all. Myra's in the building. What's up, Star? Marquis, what's going on, buddy? Good morning to you all. Happy Friday to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Rich is in the building. What's up, Rich? Conti, I see you. Ty, I see you. I am glad you are here as well. Reese's Pieces is in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Keziah, what's up, my beloved? Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Today is going to be that day. Today is going to be the one best day in the world. Today is the best day of your life. It's the only one you have access to. How can it not be? Lily, what's going on? Sandy, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Good morning to you. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you all. Today is the best day of your life. Act like it, and the universe will respond to that. Life only gives you what you demand, beloved. It doesn't give you, it only gives you what you demand. Life gives you what you assume. That's why your assumptions are more powerful than your beliefs. What's up, Eric? Capo. What's up, Dej? That part right there, T-Ben's energy, get all of the lobby level people out of your life. Get all of the lobby level people out of your life. Penthouse energy only. Got my Tara in the building. Let's get it. Penthouse energy only. I'm telling you, getting that raft mindset, get that raft mentality going. Put yourself in that raft. We're focused on what are we building today? Who are we becoming today? How much are we growing today? How much are we evolving today? Who do you need to let go of, CEO? Since you are the CEO of your life, who do you need to fire, CEO? Because everybody can't be making the cut. Who do you need to fire from your life, CEO? God made you the CEO. Who's not living up to the standards? Who's crossing boundaries? Who's bringing disrespect to your life? Who's showing up small in your life? Who has you confused? You the CEO, who you need to fire, CEO? Even if that version of yourself that you need to fire is who you are currently identifying as. We got to get rid of that person too. You need to fire the version of you that tolerated the disrespect. Fire the version of you that shows up small. Fire the version of you that procrastinates. Fire the version of you that makes excuses. And most importantly, fire the version of you that is comfortable settling for less. Since you are the CEO, who do we need to fire? You ain't gonna never become the most powerful version of you. You keep dragging everybody behind you. Never become the most powerful version of yourself that way. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. You are the CEO of your life. Who do you need to let go of, CEO? Red, what's up, beloved? Who do you need to let go of, CEO? Even if the person you need to let go of is who you currently identify as, we need to let go of that version of you. Something's keeping you stuck. Something's interrupting you. Because if there's not something physically stopping you, that means that the thing that's stopping you is mental, which means that your mind has become your weakness and not your weapon. If there is not a wall in front of you right now, if there's not some army in front of you right now, then that means that the army lives in your mind. That means that the wall lives in your mind. Queen Ella, what's up, beloved? What's up, beloved? So happy to have you back. Red's in the building. Let's get it. Lena, let's get it. Good morning to you all. Mystique, I appreciate you, beloved. Good morning to you all. Yeah, it's firing season every day. It's firing season every day. Every day. We hiring and firing. You want the best employees working for the company called you. I said the best employees. Starting with yourself. Fire that version of you that you are when no one else is watching. That's the first person that needs to go. Because we just get rid of that version of you, we gonna make it to the Super Bowl. If we just get rid of the version of you that you transform into when no one else is watching, we're gonna make it to the Super Bowl for sure. Guaranteed. Guaranteed to make it. Guaranteed to make it. If we get rid of the version of you that rejects discipline, we're gonna make it. If we get rid of the version of you that doesn't have a growth mindset, we guarantee to make it. If we get rid of the version of you that's comfortable making all the excuses, that won't turn every should into a must, that won't allow your choices and your decisions to align, we guarantee to make it to the Super Bowl. Guaranteed to make it. Yvette, what's up, beloved? Good morning to you all. Do me a favor and type me in the comments if this is your very first time on a live stream. I got you. I got you. I got you. Not going to be quiet. I got you, beloved. Do me a favor and type me if this is your very first time on a live stream with me. Bashan, what's up, beloved? Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you guys for the gifts. Let me welcome all first and last time listeners. This is a TED Talk on steroids. If you enjoy TED Talk caliber conversations, you getting ready to get the best TED Talk of your life right now. I'm getting ready to come at you with everything I have. You are the prize fighter. I am the coach. There's not a human being in history that has the power to upset you. So if you're upset by anything that I say, if you get triggered by anything I say, what's triggering you is your programming and conditioning, not my words. My words don't carry power. You give everything power. You give my words power. You're giving my presence power right now. You give power to every single person that's in your life. Power comes from you. Power doesn't come from me. It's very important that we understand that dynamic. And so oftentimes when you're triggered, the trigger is pointing to a wound that you still haven't healed. Anytime that someone triggers you. So it's important that we understand that. I don't have the power to trigger you. Your programming is triggering you. The unhealed wound in you is triggering you, but not me. I don't have that kind of power. Please don't give me that much power. My name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, relationship mastery, 5D consciousness, emotional intelligence, all at the highest level. I specialize in helping my students and clients globally to become the greatest, strongest, most confident, most powerful version of themselves. That's one assignment that I will not blow. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? This book is a bestseller. I may do a follow-up book one day. I may not. That book is enough. It's not about how many books you write. Life is about the impact that you have on people. And, you know, the size of your impact will reflect the size of your greatness. Your greatness is not predicated on how much money you have. It's not predicated on how popular you are. It's predicated on your ability to take someone from the dark to the light. The same thing that God does for you. The same thing he does for you, taking you from the dark to the light. Bless your whole life. That's what your greatness is tied to. It's tied to your ability to impact every single person. Your life was designed to be the example. I don't think people really understand that. I really don't think people understand that. I really don't. I really don't. I think that's the one thing that people are walking around and they don't understand. Your life is designed to be the example, meaning that you can become the most powerful example that has ever existed in mankind. As far as we know, Jesus, Buddha, Lao Tzu, Krishna, those have been the most powerful examples to date, as far as that we know. They were all examples. We didn't talk about them because they rode around in Rolls Royces. We didn't talk about them because they, wrote all these powerful books. We didn't talk about them because they had mega churches. We talk about them because of their impact. That's what your life is all about. It's about impact. It's not about chasing people. It's not about likes and shares. It's not about chasing external validation. You have and I'm gonna put it to you in a way I know you can't miss it. You have an opportunity that Jesus didn't even have, because Jesus didn't have social media. He couldn't reach 8 billion people in one day. He couldn't. He could only talk to the people that were in that particular city where he was. So God is looking at you like you have an opportunity that I didn't even give him, because you got a whole platform where you can talk to millions of people a day if you wanted to. With the same energy that it takes you to talk to one person, you can be talking to a million. I do it every day. I speak to close to 50,000 people per day, but I don't feel any more energy than if I was talking to one person. So the point not to be missed is this: that's what your life is supposed to be, the example, beloved. Something that people can model, something that they can follow, something that they can be inspired by. How they gonna be inspired by your life if you tolerate disrespect? How they gonna be inspired by your life if you show up pretending because you're afraid to lose some person? How are they going to be inspired by your life if you show up small and you walking on eggshells, to staying in toxic relationships, hanging on to people, clinging to people, all attached to people? How are they going to be inspired by your life if you're not even inspired by it? God created you to be the example. He created you to be something so powerful that when people meet you, they feel like they met him. They receive some blessing, some level of motivation, some level of inspiration. They walked away feeling better than before their paths crossed with you. That's what your life is supposed to be about. We didn't make it about chasing people, relationships, and how popular I am, and who can I rule over, and who can I have all this control. We made it about the wrong thing. God created you to be the example. Are you being it? It's a simple yes or no. And I don't need to know the answer to that. Tell him, because he knows the truth. Cam, what's up, Cam? So good to see you, family. That's fam right there. Trina, what's up, beloved? I'm telling you right now, how you going to be the example if you sit here in a toxic relationship? How you going to be the example if you sit here bound to fear? How you going to be the example if you won't take care, if you won't love yourself enough to discipline yourself enough to give yourself the life that you want, so you can show other people how to do it as well? That's the whole point. We sitting here thinking that it's about shining on people. Ooh, I want a new car, so I go shine on this person. Ooh, I want this promotion, so I go shine on this person. Ooh, I want this new Mercedes Benz, so I go shine on this person. We try to shine on people. No, lift people up. Don't shine on them, shine with them. God shines with you. He don't shine on you. Somehow, some way, we didn't allow these people to trick us into competing against each other. Everybody's competing against each other. You got the game twisted, man. I don't shine on my students. I shine with them. Everything I know, I teach them. If they don't tell you nothing else about me, they're going to tell you that. If I got it, they have it. Every piece of information I learn, I feed it to them, and I can't wait to give it to them. Can't wait to give it to them. I might fight you if you get in the way of me trying to get to my students. Because that's what this is all about, man. We got this whole world twisted. Everybody's walking around competing against each other. What you competing against a person for? The only way you would compete against a person if you don't know your value yourself. Because diamonds don't compete with cubic zirconias. I ain't never seen a diamond compete with a cubic zirconia ever in life. But that's what we do. Anytime that you don't know your value, you compete against other people. That's the number one indicator. If you compete against somebody else right now, it's because you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. Melissa, what's up, beloved? Iris, I see you. Lynetta, I see you, beloved. Yeah, your life is supposed to be the example. Let me say something else. Let me speak from a 5D consciousness perspective. Let me take the elevator up a little bit. What I'm getting ready to say to you right now is universal truth. I don't need you to agree with me. Not interested. Because when you step into 5D consciousness and you speak universal truth, right, you have the truth and then you have universal truth. So let me give you universal truth from a 5D consciousness perspective. Energy can never be created nor destroyed. We understand that. Well, wait a minute then. Because source energy is what you are. So if energy can never be created or destroyed, that means that your energy has always been here and will always be here, beloved. When your host body expires, your energy is still here. Why? Because your energy exists outside of time. It's eternal. You can't destroy it. You can't recreate it. So your energy exists in eternity. But let me tell you what happens. Because you are an eternal being, you want to experience life. Why? Because life happens in a linear way. Life exists within time. And as that eternal being that you are, you wanted to experience life. Why? So that you could experience time, so that you could experience creation, so that you could know what pain feels like, what relationships feel like, what it feels like to lose love, to lose people, to lose things. These were the experiences that you wanted to have. And so as your spirit decided, that was a decision, I said, double down on the decided part. Because your spirit decided to incarnate here on this planet, you now experience time in a linear way. What does linear mean? It means a step-by-step sequence so that you could create, so that you could experience love, so that you could experience other people, so that you could spread unconditional love, so that you could help to raise consciousness here on this planet. That's what you wanted to do. Why? Because again, you exist outside of time. So if your energy can never be created or destroyed, it doesn't exist in time, beloved. It exists outside of time. God exists outside of time. Time is linear. And so it's so important for us to understand that. You don't die because you were never born. You incarnated. That's a different conversation. For the purpose of you being able to experience creation, to experience life, but to experience time in a linear way. Just listen with your spiritual common sense right now. Just listen with your spiritual common sense right now. Think about what I'm saying. You're an eternal being. So if you're an eternal being, you're always existing, you always have existed, and you always will exist. But every now and then, you may want to take a break from that. I want to do something different. I want to experience life. I want to experience time. I want to create. I want to evolve, because that's what your spirit wanted to do. The reason why your spirit incarnated here on this planet is because it wanted to evolve. How does it evolve? By understanding pain, understanding trauma, understanding suffering. And I'm talking to chosen ones right now. If you're not a chosen one, this conversation is not for you. But that's the number one reason why your spirit wanted to experience life here on this planet, to evolve, to grow, to experience love, to experience loss, to experience pain, to experience suffering, so that you would understand how to fix that, how to heal that, so that you could teach other beings how to do it. Beings that are not chosen ones. That's why you're here. One more time, energy can never be created nor destroyed. It exists outside of time. It has always been here. It will always be here. It's going to be here forever, because you're an eternal being. But as you're existing in eternity, you wanted a break from that. You wanted to go and experience life. You wanted to experience time, because now you are operating inside of a construct. You were given a certain amount of time to create, to build, to evolve, to grow. But you were never hurt by what you experienced. You only came to witness what you experienced. The reason why you believe that you've been hurt by what you've experienced It's because you're identifying with your physical body. This is just a transportation system for the source energy that you are. No more, no less. Because you give it so much significance, because you identify it with it, because you're still asleep, you identify with your physical body. And as a result of that, whatever it is that's happened to your physical body in your mind, not in God's mind, not in reality, not in truth, just in your mind, you believe that what you witnessed is what has happened to you, or what someone may have done to you is what has happened to you. The source energy that you are has never been touched. It never will be touched. It's infinite, beloved. It's infinite. And what's going to happen is that once this host body expires, that energy still exists. Your soul, your spirit, it still exists. And it's going to go back into eternity again. And then it may decide to do this all over again. Different host body, same energy, same spirit, same soul, same consciousness, just wearing a different costume, wearing a different physical appearance. That's all it is. I'm just speaking to you from a 5D consciousness perspective. See, you in your mind, you think the day that you were born, whatever your birth date is, the day that you were born, in your mind, you think that's when you were born. No, that's when God allowed you to be introduced. He introduced you on that day. That's not the day that you were born, because again, energy can never be created nor destroyed. It always exists. So on your birthday is the day that God introduced you to this world. That's when the time clock started. That's when it started. But based upon your programming and conditioning, in your mind, you think, well, I was born on this day, meaning like life started for you on that day. No, that's the day you were introduced. You weren't born that day, you were introduced that day. And so we've all been given, all chosen ones have been given a certain amount of time to do what we came here to do. And when that time is up, this clock expires for this physical body, but we just go back to eternity. And then we can decide to do it all over again, or you can decide to take a break from that. That choice will belong to you. But there's nothing to fear when it comes to death, because again, you don't die because you were never born, right? Because again, in the whole purpose of this, with respect to awareness, you're not here to find God. Your job is to remember that you never left him. That your energy is with him now. Part of your energy is here so that you can do what you need to do, and part of your energy is still with him. This is why nothing can hurt you. You've never been hurt before in the history of your life, beloved. You're only hurting because you're identifying with your transportation system, right? You're identifying with this host body. This host body returns to the earth once you're finished with it, once your clock is up. Watch, once that linear clock that we're all operating within. So just look at it like, okay, I'm gonna give it to you in a way I know you can't miss it. Let me give it to you in a way I know you can't miss it. Remember grade school? And your teacher might give you a test. You were maybe in the 5th grade, 6th grade, right? Your teacher might give you a test, and they had a little timer, right? And they say, okay, everybody put your pens down. We're going to get ready to start the test. Once I start the timer, once the timer goes off, you got to put your pencils down. Everybody, okay. So boom, the teacher sets the timer. And it's one of those little white timers, right? So the teacher sets the timer. It might be 30 minutes, whatever the case may be. Teacher sets the timer, sets the clock on the table. Now, while the teacher sets the timer, she's doing whatever it is she's doing. But you taking the test, right? And it's one of those little bubble sheet tests where you got to fill in certain things or whatever the case may be, right? You fill in everything. Once that clock goes off, everybody has to set their thing. Okay, well, that's what God did with you. He sent you here so that for your purpose, for your mission, but there's a certain amount of time allocated to that. And once that time is up, it doesn't mean that life is over. Once that time is up, it just means that this particular host body expires. And then you go back in eternity with him. And so it's important for you to understand that. That's all it is. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, hopefully you get it. All right, let's get busy getting busy. May I see, beloved? Trina, I see you. Tara, I see you. Okay. And what I love about it, what I love about it is, as even though we are eternal beings, you're still going to want to experience what time feels like. What does that feel like to go and create? What does that feel like to experience loss? What does that feel like to experience pain? What does that feel like to lose this and that? So everything that you've experienced, you person, talking to you personally, everything that you've experienced leading up to this moment is what your spirit wanted to come here to experience. Spirit never experiences anything directly. It's always indirect. Spirit experiences body. Body experiences the experience itself. So whatever happened to you, be it positive or negative, happened to the transportation system. Spirit only experiences the transportation system. It doesn't experience the thing directly itself. And it's so important for you to understand that. But because you've been programmed to think that you are your physical body, then whatever happens to your physical body, because you make that identification with it, you suffer because of that. But that's just your lack of understanding, beloved. You're suffering because of a lack of understanding, not for any other reason. You don't understand. And so because you identify with your physical body, you think that it happened to you directly, and it didn't, and that's unfortunate. All right. Everybody got that? Do me a favor, real quick, you guys, and share the live. Brock, what's up, beloveds? Do me a favor and share the live to your stories. Whip Girl, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Queen Ella, what's up, beloved? So happy you are back with the family. Again, do me a favor. Monica, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Do me a favor, you guys, and again, share or repost a live to your stories. If you haven't already done so, please. LaDana, what's going on, beloved? So good to see you. Okay, we got work to do. 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 Monica, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. So again, there's nothing more important. Hopefully that message that I just gave you guys, Becky, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Hopefully that message that I just gave you guys will help you to understand the importance of your purpose. Yeah, pain is real, but pain is your ally. It's not your enemy. And it's the meaning you assign to your pain that hurts you. Pain doesn't cause pain. What causes pain is the meaning you assign to it. Once you assign meaning to the pain, then I'll give you a great example of what I'm saying. The version of myself that I am today, when pain enters my life, I'll give you, let me say, like, let's just say if I lose a loved one, right? Then there's no pain for me. And the reason why there's no pain for me is because I control what that means to me. I have two options in that moment. I can focus on the fact that I no longer have access to this person, you're going to suffer. Or I can focus on the love that I got to experience in their presence. I can focus on what got unlocked in me in the presence of that person. I can focus on who I got to become in their presence. I can focus on all of the memories and the experiences that we had together. I can focus on finding some charity, finding something that I know that they used to love, and creating something in their honor that would live on forever, right? Live on into eternity for that particular person. I can do that for them. You see the difference between the two? So I can either focus on, oh, I lost them and I don't have access to them anymore. And what am I going to do? I can go that route, or I can go the other route where there's no pain at all. Will I miss them? Absolutely, I'll miss them. But because I understand awareness, I understand that their energy, their spirit lives on for forever. It can never be created or destroyed, because everything outside of your physical body is source energy, beloved. Your eyes just lack the ability to see it. But if you Google that right now, even science will tell you that everything outside of your physical body is just pure source energy. You just can't see it in its purest form, and that's why we suffer, because you don't see reality with your eyes. You see reality with your mind. And so again, if I lose someone, it's I don't want to lose people, but my point is that I don't feel sad because I have understanding. Right. So again, pain doesn't cause pain. What causes pain is the meaning you attach to that particular situation. Because what's going to happen is that you're gonna assign a meaning to that situation. When you lose that person, you're going to assign a meaning to that. The loss of the person didn't come with built-in meaning. Meaning comes from you. So you control what that situation is going to mean to you and how it's going to impact you. And I have to be fully in control of that. I can't let life be in control of what things mean to me. I have to be in control of that. Or I'll never become the most powerful version of myself. I'll never taste greatness if I allow life to tell me what things mean to me. And that's what the average person does. That part right there, yeah, absolutely, Jack. And that also could be a part of your spiritual contract, to where that person was only going to be in your life for a certain period of time. And again, once you understand impermanence, that's really the one. Once you understand impermanence, you don't worry about anything, because you understand that everything in your life is going to change. What makes you suffer is thinking that things are supposed to be permanent fixtures in your life. That's what causes us to suffer. Yeah, unfortunately, Iris, trust me. Yeah, unfortunately, I got it. Okay. So I just lose access to you physically, but energetically, I never lose access to you. And that's something that I think people need to understand. Again, when you lose someone, you only lose physical access to that person, but energetically, you don't lose access to the person. All of your neighbors live in your mind. All of your family lives in your mind. Your kids live in your mind. Everyone lives in your mind, beloved. I think people don't really understand that. What do you think everybody lives? You experience them in your mind. Every person you experience in your mind. That's where you experience the person. You experience everything in your mind. And when you truly understand that, okay, yeah, I may no longer have physical access to this person. I'll give you that. But they had been living in my mind the whole time. They're going to live in your mind even when they're gone. When you're thinking about the person all that time, what do you think is happening? You just re-experiencing them in your mind all over again. Yeah, so I lose physical access to, think about that. Okay, look, I'm gonna give you a great example of what I'm saying. Think about that friend that you have that lives on the other side of the country somewhere that you very rarely see. But that's your girl. You love her, but you don't get to see her that much because she lives on the other side of town or on the other side of the world. Okay, well, where do you visit her at? She lives in your mind. When you're thinking about her and different things like that, she's living in your mind. Everyone lives in your mind, beloved. All of reality exists in your mind. You project it on to life, but it starts in your mind. And once you fully understand that, I can visit that person that I lost as many times as I want. I can visit them more now that I lost them than I did when I had access to them. So it's just all about how you choose to look at the situation. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. You said your wife betrayed you? Nah, she didn't betray you, beloved. I know what you're trying to say, but she didn't betray you. She just acted in a way that was out of alignment with what you expected. And that's another thing that I want us to really understand. Like, people don't betray you. You've never been betrayed in the history of your life. People act in ways that are out of alignment with what you expected. That's called expectation violation. And so she moved in a way that was out of alignment with what you expected. And you called that betrayal. Someone programmed and conditioned you to call that betrayal anytime that a person takes their life and moves in a way that's out of alignment with what you think should be happening. And so much of our programming and conditioning comes from that. What we don't understand is this: no one owes us anything. This is why so many of us are suffering, because we believe that people owe us anything. People don't owe us anything. Your life belongs to you. And at any point in time, you can decide to do whatever it is you want to do with your life. You don't have to tell me. You don't owe me that. You don't owe me that, whether we're in a relationship or not. You don't owe me that. God gave you your life to do whatever you want to do with it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And you may decide to be the most loyal person in the world, or you may decide to go and do whatever it is you want to do. I have to make a decision based upon your actions, whether or not I want to stay connected to you. But you get to do what you want to do with your life. It doesn't belong to me. I don't get to have a say. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter who it is. Stop thinking that people need to live their life according to your script. That's why we suffering. Somebody that tricked you into believing that people need to move a certain way based upon some piece of paper that you didn't sign. That doesn't mean anything. That person's life belongs to them. Your life belongs to you. And do what you want to do with your life, and they can do whatever they want to do with theirs. If they choose to honor you with the life that they have, wonderful. But if they choose to go and do something with their life because they get to do that, you're going to suffer if you believe that. See, here's the part. I'm going to tell you where the real problem is. Come on, I'm going to have to take you out to the ocean. Now we got to go out to the middle of the ocean. I'm going to tell you the real problem. Brock, I appreciate you, beloved. I'm going to tell you the real problem. You haven't done the work on yourself. And because you haven't done the work on yourself, you keep attracting toxic people into your life because you won't take the time to heal yourself. So because you're not healed, you keep attracting cheaters. Because you're not healed, you keep attracting the manipulators. Because you're not healed, you keep attracting the narcissists and all these other people like that. That's the real problem. Don't blame them for showing you who they are because you don't do the work on yourself. And this is why I'm on here and I talk to you guys about this every single day, because when you become the most powerful version of you, you won't attract that narcissist. You won't attract that cheater. You won't attract the manipulator. You won't attract the people that betray you. All that'll be over with. Every person that's coming into your life, every person that's entering your life is only wearing the face of something that's missing in you, beloved. Period, point blank. Because you're not healed, because we meet people on the same level of psychological wounds that we carry. So because you're not healed, you attracted somebody that wasn't healed. And then that person showed you who they really are. That's it, that's all. Your job is to do the work on yourself. And when you do the work on yourself, you will never attract it. So right now you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to become the fully healed version of yourself, or keep attracting people that betray you. Keep attracting people that disrespect you. Keep attracting people that cheat on you and lie to you. Look you dead in the face and lie to you. Keep attracting those people into your life because you don't want to do the work on yourself. I'm going to tell you how God works in case you don't know. He's going to let you see what's going to happen is you're going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. See, the person that you're waiting for is the version of you that's sick and tired of the current version of you. That's when your life going to change. Let me say that one more time. The person you are waiting for is the version of you that is sick and tired of the current version of you. The person you're identifying is the one that's responsible for attracting the narcissist into your life, the toxic relationship into your life. The person that's carrying all the red flags. Who you currently identify as is the one that's attracting all these low vibrational people into your life. So you don't need to get rid of the person. You don't need to get rid of the narcissist. You don't need to get rid of the toxic person. You need to get rid of the version of yourself that keeps attracting them. And if you don't do the work on you, don't expect different than what you continue to attract. See, every person that enters your life only enters your life wearing the face of everything that you haven't healed within yourself. I'm going to see how much of that truth you absorb. I said every single person that enters your life, all of them, they only come in wearing the face of everything you haven't healed within yourself. This is why I tell people, if you're not fully healed, why are you jumping in a relationship? If you are not fully healed, you have no business jumping in a relationship with another person. Only thing you're going to do is contaminate the next relationship. If the relationship with yourself isn't whole and complete, how's it going to be complete with another person? You taking this fragmented version of yourself and you jump into a relationship with someone else. How can you have a healthy relationship with someone else if the relationship with yourself isn't healthy, beloved? If you still have wounds in you, those wounds will appear in that relationship with that other person. That person will end up wearing the face of the wounds that you haven't healed. Everything that you avoid, someone's going to enter your life wearing the face of. You said, can you turn a healthy relationship around? Well, it's not the relationship that you want to turn around, right? It's not the relationship that you want to turn around because the relationship is neutral. What has to happen is both parties in the relationship is only a reflection of what you guys are, right? So that's all it is. It's just a giant mirror, and it's just reflecting you guys back to you. And so if you do the work on you, you can change part of the relationship. But if your partner remains the same, the relationship will still be contaminated, right? And I think that that part is so important because oftentimes the woman may go off and she'll start working on herself, or maybe the guy goes off and he'll start working on himself. But the point not to be missed is that if both parts, and I'm not talking about through some therapist, the therapist can't fix your internal problems, right? And that's the part we put too much pressure on the therapist to jump. See, no person can jumpstart love. There's not a person walking that can jumpstart the love. There's not a person walking that can jumpstart the respect. There's not a person walking that can jumpstart the community. Nobody can do that. There's not a person walking that can do that. Now, you can go throw your money away to the therapist all day long. They can't get your partner to see you again. They can't get your partner to love you again. They can't get your partner to show up for you again. Let me give you the news flash. Why? Because all of that's going to be a performance. The $1 billion question is, what made them stop? What made them stop loving you? What made them stop showing up? What made them stop, the fire and the intimacy and all of it? What made them stop? So you going to the therapist to fix my relationship. The therapist is going to give you some tools and some strategies for you guys to do. And guess what? Your partner is going to perform. And then at some point in time, they're not going to be able to keep that up anymore. Why? Because it's not authentic to who they are. There's a reason why that person stopped showing up for you. There's a reason why the communication stopped. There's a reason why the compassion stopped. There's a reason why the empathy stopped. There's a reason why the love stopped. There's a reason why things stop. We need to focus on what made it stop. Damn, what we trying to do to jumpstart it again. What made it stop? Because if we don't take care of the root cause of the problem, man, we in trouble. So you're trying to fix an internal problem from an external perspective. Now I need to change me. And if your partner, whoever that person might be, male or female, if your partner doesn't love you enough to say, I want to be something different, I need to do the work on me, because what's showing up in the relationship is all of that unhealed trauma. All of that pain, all of their wounds, that's what's showing up in the relationship. Ain't got nothing to do with the therapist. Right? See, I'll give you a great example of what I'm saying. I'll give you the best example in the world of what I'm saying. I'll give you the best example in the world of what I'm saying. When I was younger, I was the worst person in the world to be in a relationship with. I was the worst person in the world because I was ridiculously wealthy, Lamborghinis and Ferraris everywhere, mansions everywhere, and I'm doing whatever I want to do, dating whoever I want to date, going wherever I want to go. I was the worst person in the world to be in a relationship with. Not because I was verbally abusive, but because I just moved how I wanted to move. Okay, that was the old me. This version of me is the best person in the world to be in a relationship with. Why? Because I became self-aware. I became a master of self. I've got 5-star emotional intelligence, a 5-star consciousness. I understand what my actions do to other people. I understand the weight and the impact of my decisions. I understand that the grass is not greener on the other side. I understand that my partner has a life too, has feelings too, has emotions too, has a purpose too. I understand all of that. I get it now. I didn't get that before because I didn't have the tools or the equipment to get it. So can a person change? Yeah, but you're gonna only change through self-awareness. You can only change through emotional intelligence and self-mastery. And you don't actually, the person doesn't actually change, they evolve, they transform. That part right there, Iris, I healed myself, but not only did I heal myself, I stopped identifying with the version of myself that was doing all of that toxic behavior and causing all that damage and not caring about how I made people feel. I was just blind to how I made people feel. I was blind to it. I'm a totally different person now. Totally different person. So my point is that you can leave me in a room with literally a million of the most beautiful people in the world. I'm not interested in who they are because I see through myself. I see through them. I understand all the people have pain. All those people have trauma. All those people have some unhealed version of themselves. All of those people are fighting some private war in their mind that I don't know anything about. They probably haven't done the work on themselves. Ego online, shadow online, all these things online. It just makes the person, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in what I have. So that's what I'm saying. So once you become that person, but I needed to experience all of what I experienced to get to where I am right now. This is why I can speak with the highest level of a relationship mastery, because I've seen it all, done it all. See, look at my transparency that I'm giving you. I didn't tell you that I was a super good person to be in a relationship with, and I got better over time. No, I wasn't good for other people because I wasn't good for myself. I wasn't good for me. I wasn't loyal to me. How am I gonna be loyal to you? Rosie, I see you, beloved. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And so I tell people, all the time, man, it's I had to evolve, right? I had to evolve, but God allowed me to see all of that. Now, when I look back at who I used to be, I don't judge myself. I don't punish myself. I don't get down on myself. I look at that and I can coach other people when I'm talking to them and I'm saying everything that you do. And see, I was me centered, not we centered. Me centered meaning things had to go the way I wanted them to go. Now I'm we centered, right? Where everything is about us creating synergistic relationships, right? Where me and my partner come together and we create from that, right? She brings as much value to the situation as I bring to the table, and we create abundance from that. That's what it's all about. Right. All right, let me get busy getting busy. But one more time, you'll never be in a healthy relationship with someone else until you heal yourself. That's the biggest takeaway from what I'm trying to say right now. You will never be in a healthy relationship with someone else until you take the time to heal yourself. If you don't love yourself enough to heal you, you're going to take all that toxicity that you have in you onto someone else, and then you're going to eventually end up losing the person anyway. And you're going to keep going through that cycle over and over and over and over and over again. That's it. That part right there, Tara. And then you're going to blame them for what they didn't give you, what they didn't do. They abandoned me. They cheated on me. They fill in the blank me. No, they're just wearing the face of everything that's not healed within you. That's it. That part right there, beloved, until Sarah, that part right there, until you get it, you're gonna keep, and this is why I said you have to heal yourself first, beloved, before you start jumping into a relationship with somebody else. Because I'm gonna tell you why that's important, because you're gonna expect them to love you unconditionally, even though you're not loving yourself unconditionally at the time. It's humanly impossible for you to have unconditional love for yourself and you still haven't fully healed, because there's parts of yourself that you're rejecting. There's parts of yourself that you're suppressing. There's parts of your story that you don't fully accept because maybe somebody did something to you you don't fully understand. So there's chapters in the book called you that you suppress, you reject, you don't like. So you don't love yourself fully and completely. But when you jump in the relationship with the other person, you're going to expect them to love all of you, even though you don't do it. All right, let's get busy. I like that. I like that. I like that. If you need someone else's validation, you already lost. Let me give you that news flash right now. Now we get ready to turn the temperature up. If you need someone else's validation, you are already lost. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. It's already a wrap for you. If you're looking for love before you have become unconditional love yourself, you are already lost. Because you're going to place expectations on the person that they won't be able to fulfill. If you haven't become unconditional love and you step outside of yourself looking for someone else to love you unconditionally, you're already lost in that moment because now you're going to place expectations on that person that they cannot possibly feel. If other people's opinions carry more weight than your opinion of yourself, you are already lost. The loudest thing in your life has to be your own opinion of yourself. So loud that it drowns out the opinions of other people. The love for yourself has to be so powerful that you don't even notice when other people remove theirs. The belief in yourself has to be so powerful that I don't notice when you don't believe in me. I don't even notice. That's what I'm saying. And that's what God is saying. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you leaning on somebody else to give you what can only come from you? We lean on other people to give us the very things that we don't give ourselves. See, I'm going to tell you the biggest problem. It's poor spiritual hygiene to give everyone access to you. That might be the biggest mistake you ever make. I said it is poor spiritual hygiene to give everyone access to you. And let me tell you why. Because too much access breeds boredom. Now the person is all bored with you. Too much access breeds complacency. And then all of that leads to disrespect. See, giving people too much access to you will cause them to no longer value your presence, beloved. I'm telling you. Oh, you want to destroy that relationship? You want to destroy it? I'm going to tell you the fastest way to destroy it. Give everybody access to you. Give your partner unlimited access to you. You're going to give yourself a first class ticket to divorce court. First class. I'm going to be in the front row. Access is the relationship destroyer. I'm telling you. I can take you to Disneyland every day. First day I take you, so excited. Second day, still excited. Week later, you got some motivation left in you still. 6 months later, you begging me to take you home. We did roll all the rides 50 times. You didn't see all the characters 50 times. A year later, it feels like pain to you. Your feet hurting. You tired? You like, coach, you got to get me out. We talk about the happiest place on earth. Okay, you Disneyland for your partner. You are Disneyland in human form for your partner. In the same way your mind looks at Disneyland is the same way your mind looks at your partner. And in the beginning, I'm going to tell you what happened, and I wasn't even there. In the beginning, there was all of this value placed on you. I'm talking about the value was crazy, blew your mind. I'm talking about calls for no reason, text messages for no reason, flowers and candies for no reason, doors being opened up for no reason, pillow talking and cupcaking, holding your hand for no. I'm talking about didn't need a reason to hold your hand for no reason. Where'd all that go? Where'd all that passionate love making go? Yeah, you sitting on the phone, y'all talking all night on the phone, didn't even need a reason to be on the phone. Didn't want to hang up, just didn't want to get off. Where'd that go? I'm just saying, where'd it go? I'm just qualifying my point. One more time, it is poor spiritual hygiene. Giving people too much access to you. I'm telling you. And when we've been tricked, we've been programmed and conditioned, we think it's cool in the beginning. Everybody's all up underneath everyone else. All this time we spend it together. Because we're going off of what other people's relationships models were. So we following that because you didn't have your own blueprint. Whatever you call a relationship, you modeled after somebody else. Whether it was your parents, whether it was a friend, whether it was something you seen on TV, something you seen out in the world. You didn't come into the world with relationship rules and tools. So where'd you learn it? You picked it up from somebody else. And somebody told you, oh yeah, 20 years later, we so happy. Yeah, 30. Oh, you sitting there, oh, what's y'all's secret? They ain't got no secret. Them people ain't slept in the same bed in 15 years. Been married for 20, ain't slept in the same bed in the last 10. See, we've been programmed and conditioned to believe that the length of time means that somebody has a secret. Right? You know something. Grandma ain't been happy in 30 years. Yeah, she been married to grandpa for 50 years, but she ain't been happy for the last 30 of them. And if she could tell you the truth, she would tell you that. She stayed for them kids. She stayed for the family. She stayed because it was familiar. She stayed because that's what people did back in that time. That's what they did. You just hung in there. And we pick that up. It's epigenetics. We pick that up over time. And we end up modeling that. So many people stay in relationships past the expiration date because you may have seen your parents do it. You may have seen your grandparents do it. You saw somebody do it. It's familiar to you. It's comfortable to you. You're not staying because you're happy. Most people don't stay in relationships because they're happy. They stay because it's familiar. You ain't been happy probably since the beginning. If you living in the truth, now y'all just glorified roommates in the relationship. Truth is at the door. Yeah, it's convenient. But my point is that where'd that passion go? Where'd that high level communication go? Where'd the intimacy go? Where'd the holding hands for no reasons go? For no reason go? Where'd all of just the dates and all of the sexiness go? Where all that go? Where all that go? Just wondering. Giving people too much access to you will make them no longer value your presence, beloved. I'm not putting my thumb on the scale with respect to how you move in your relationship. That's not my job as a coach. My job is to bring the information to you. What you do with it, how you eat it, how you serve it up in your mind belongs to you. Ellie, what's up, beloved? One more time. Giving people too much access to you will cause them to no longer, you gotta see, this is why awareness is so important. I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. This is why awareness is so important, because the self-aware person understands that. The self-aware person fully understands that. I could make the argument, I could make a hard case that the healthiest thing you could do for your relationship, if you can afford it, is to have two separate residences for you and your partner, if you can afford it. You got an apartment, she got an apartment. And let me tell you why that's important. Because then when you guys come together, you happy, there's energy, there's passion, there's fire, there's all these things. Hang on, you guys. Now, does that have to work for every single person? I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this: it's healthy. It's healthy. And let me tell you why it's healthy. Because sometimes your trauma shows up. Sometimes your pain shows up. Sometimes you just don't want to be bothered. Sometimes you just don't feel like talking to nobody that day. That don't make you no bad person. That don't make you a bad person. I just don't want to talk today. And you entitled to that. This is your life. But I'm just saying, so that way, if I got my own place, when I walk in the door, sometimes I might not want to see nobody. That don't make you a bad person. I might just want to walk in and not see nothing. And that's what I'm saying. So for some people, if you're not self-aware yet and you can afford that, or maybe you already got your own place and your partner already has her own place, keep it that way. Because then we're not all on top of each other. And then we can set some type of boundaries where maybe I'll come and stay a night at your spot where I get a whole totally different experience, and you cook for me. And then you come and stay a night at my spot where you get a whole different experience and I cook for you. And then we can have that moment, and then we can both do it like this. And I'm talking about people that are committed to the relationship. I ain't talking about people you got different people coming over and all this slick stuff going on. I'm talking about two healthy people that want to have longevity in the relationship. We don't have to live together to be together. You ain't got to live together to be together. Think about your high school relationship. Your high school relationship was the most powerful one. And let me tell you why. Because you live with your parents and they live with their parents. Y'all didn't get to live together like that. So when you got to be with each other, it was like heaven on earth at that time. Think about how powerful that relationship was. Y'all would talk on the phone because you weren't under each other all day. You had responsibilities. You had to go to school. They had to go to school, right? You had to come home. You might have had certain things you had to do, whatever the case may be, but you had a healthy, functioning relationship. Y'all would go out. You would do things. You would have fun. You had fun. Now your relationships is heavy as hell. Look how heavy your relationship is now. All this weight you carrying around. Yeah, where the fun at? All this responsibility and problems and just all bills everywhere. Just look what I'm saying. I'm just saying, does that have to be everyone's formula? No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you can afford it and you genuinely want a future with your partner, yeah, in-laws and all this other stuff like that. People come. What if you don't want to deal with the in-laws that day? What if you just want to chill that day? I don't want to deal with people coming over. See, if you got your own spot, you ain't got to deal with that. Your partner can entertain the in-laws and do all of that on their own. Daughter from the Most High, see, beloved. So let me go back. Let me get back. Let me get back into. I'm just saying, if it's something you can afford, I'm telling you now, if you go back in your mind to that high school relationship when you were still living at home, your partner was living with their family. When you guys would come together, it was like magic. And it was like magic because you didn't have all of that access. That's what made it work. That's what made it powerful. That's what kept the loyalty there. That's what kept the commitment. Y'all couldn't wait. Y'all was like two bulls in a cage. You couldn't wait to get to each other. Now you have all of this access and it just drowns all of that out. Intimacy gone, passion gone, fire gone, holding hands for no reason gone, calls for no right. You don't need to call them. They sit right there next to you all day. All right, let's get busy. Yeah, Iris, you know what I mean? It just, like I said again, because sometimes that trauma will pop up, sometimes that pain will pop up, sometimes old wounds will pop up, and you just don't want to deal. You might just want to be by yourself. You don't want to talk. There's nothing wrong. We don't need to have a conversation. There's nothing wrong. I just don't want to talk right now. Well, what's wrong with you? What's going on? Why are you so quiet? Why? All of that comes with it. You said, what if you're married? I'm saying could it, I mean, yeah, even if you're married, it still works because, like I said, again, we don't have to live under the same roof to be in a relationship. If I love my partner and I want to protect this is the real person I want to see spend the rest of my life with. I'm not thinking about some side person. Like I'm fully invested, fully committed. If I understand hedonic adaptation, which is what I'm talking about right now, this is called hedonic adaptation. And hedonic adaptation is just, it's how we become desensitized to things once we have too much access to them, right? One cookie is great. 2 cookies is even better. 10 cookies, not good anymore, right? Too much. 1 piece of cake, wonderful. A whole cake, didn't need it. Right. So when you understand hedonic adaptation, I understand how the human mind works. Hedonic adaptation, beloved. Hedonic, it's HEDONIC, adaptation, right? Hedonic adaptation. And it just describes the psychological phenomenon where we just get desensitized to things, right? It's how your mind works. That's why you don't get excited when you walk in your closet. Why don't you get excited when you walk in your closet? Because you're desensitized to everything hanging up in your closet. When you walk into a clothing store, you're so excited. Why? Because you don't have access to that stuff. Now, the stuff in that department store is no different than the stuff that's hanging up in your closet. It's not better. It's just new. It's not better. It's just new. We like the new. And so when you understand hedonic adaptation, I understand that if I want to protect my relationship, and if we can afford it, right? then my partner and I can both get apartments. Even if you have a key to your partner's apartment, they have a key to yours. Doesn't have to be all this secrecy going on, right? I would just give my partner a key and she'll have a key, but there's boundaries there. And we understand that we both need our space. And I'm gonna give you another reason why this is good. I'm gonna give you another reason why it's good. Maybe your partner is messy and maybe you like to be clean. That's probably one of the biggest reasons. And maybe your partner functions in there all of the messiness, but you can't stand it. And you're always getting on them about pick up this and pick up that and clean up this and clean up that. And it's stuff like that that wears on the relationship. But if you had two different places, your place can be spotless and your partner's place can be messy and everybody's functioning and everybody's happy. Yeah, Becky, I mean, I got clothes everywhere because I'm always on camera and all this other stuff like that. So my closet looks like a wardrobe exchange room for some movie set. But I know where everything is. My partner may not be able to function with that, but I'm comfortable with that. Does that make sense? Do me a favor, real quick, you guys. And so when you understand how to get one more time, I'm not telling you guys what you should or shouldn't do. I'm just bringing some information to you that could potentially save your marriage. Yeah, I do, honey man. I do. But the reason why it works, the reason why it works beautifully for us is because we understand this, right? We understand this. I mean, we're fluent in this, right? We're fluent in this. And that's why. And then also my partner travels a great deal, right? She travels like a lot for business. So it's almost, she's a good percentage of the month she's on the road, right? So it wouldn't even be necessary for us to get two completely different places because she travels so much, if that makes sense. So yeah. Sorry, I got you, beloved. No, honey man, I completely get it. Again, do me a favor real quick, you guys, if you haven't already done so, share or repost a live. If you haven't already done so, please. All right, let's get into it. See, I write these live streams and I never finish the live. I always end up going, the live always goes, and I love it because you kind of got to be prepared for that. It's always going to go in a different direction than you anticipated. But I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. See, the most valuable things in life, yeah, Lynette, I know you know, beloved. The most valuable things in life are the things that you actually have limited access to. Think about it. Think about everything that you have limited access to. All the rare jewels and the rare paintings and all of these things. Why are those things so valuable? Because you don't have all that access to them. Ellie, I love you too, beloved. Thank you. You know what I mean? So I'm just qualifying my point that your value would skyrocket if your access came down, right? If your access is high, then your value is going to be low. If your access is low, then your value is going to be high. And that's just something that you have to remember. If I'm giving this person abundance of access to me, my value is going to be low in the mind of that person. And so I need to control that. I need to find that medium for that. And that's why I'm saying the apartment thing or the house thing, if you guys can afford that, is the best way to go. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that if a person has high access to you, your value is going to be low in the mind of that person. If they have low access to you, your value is going to be high in the mind of that person. Let me qualify that. This is why when you first got in the relationship with your partner, this is why there was so much value placed on you. There was so much value placed on you because they didn't have all of that access to you. Because at the time you guys were just dating. So they had their place, you had your place, and then you guys would meet in the middle somewhere, right? Whether that be at a restaurant, a coffee shop, at a park, you guys would go for a walk, whatever it is you did. Once you guys moved in, and now there's all of this access going on, value shot way down. I wasn't even there. I can tell you what happened. Value shot way down. And in the beginning, it was fun because it was new. When you guys first moved in together, it was fun because it was new. But once the newness wears off, like it does with everything, the moment that the newness wears off and the wounds start showing up, the trauma starts showing up, ego starts showing up. Damn, now I see my partner's really kind of messy. They don't shower as much as I would like them to. Just all of these things that you start to see that you didn't see when you were living in your own place. Now you're seeing things. You start to see certain inconsistencies. Certain behavioral patterns are showing up. Dishes being left in the sink, well, maybe that's not something you like to do. Just different things like that you start to see. And all of these things start to shoot that value down. Does that make sense? See, in life, you have to walk away from the love you thought you wanted if it's destroying the love you have for yourself. That's what I want you guys to lock in on. You have to walk away from the love you thought you wanted if it's destroying the love you have for yourself. For some of you guys, you're in a situation right now, and it's the love you thought you wanted, but it's destroying the love you have for yourself. It's impacting your self-confidence. It's impacting your self-esteem. It's impacting the relationship that you have with yourself. So yeah, this was the love I thought I wanted, but damn, it's ruining the love I have for myself. Right? Bella, what's up, beloved? Let me ask you this question, because most people can't answer this. Who are you for yourself first? Who are you for you first? I didn't ask you who are you for your partner. I'm not asking you who are you for the kids. I'm not asking you who are you for your place of employment. Who are you for you? Because you are that common denominator in your life, beloved. You are the most powerful project that you will ever work on. You are the only project that God gave you to finish. And here's the problem. We're so busy trying to help other people complete their projects, and we haven't even completed our own. Who are you for you? Most people don't understand that question. They don't even know where to start to look. Because we're so busy being everything for everyone else that we don't know who we are for ourselves. That part right there, Iris. Iris, I know you on track now. I'm not worried about you at all. Zero. I got zero concerns about you. Zero. Come on, zero. And let me tell you why that's important. See, it's critically important for you to focus on yourself, your growth, and your self-awareness before you invest a single moment into someone else. Man, I got to finish my project. My project isn't finished. So I'm sitting here people pleasing and telling this person yes when my heart is really saying no. Showing up for people that don't show up for me, crossing oceans for people that wouldn't cross puddles for me. No, I got to work. I got to finish my project. Because I am the greatest project that I will ever work on. That's what this is all about. I got to finish my project first before I can go out helping everyone else. And that's what awareness is going to teach you. Because see, while you sitting here studying and showing up to the live streams and being disciplined and being consistent, that person out there wasting time. That person out there scrolling on social media somewhere. That person sitting somewhere gossiping about some celebrity gossip or talking about the past and some problem that they used to have. That person is wasting time. And then they're going to come to you and want you to waste your time the same way they waste theirs. This is why you have to say no. You sitting here putting all this time, work, effort, energy, going against your shadow, going against your pain, going against your trauma and everything else, while this person sitting here scrolling on social media, binge watching Netflix all day. And again, people will never value your time if you don't. That's why self-mastery is so important. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share or repost a live to your stories if you haven't already done so, please. Real quick, type no in the comments if you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day. If you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day, please type no in the comments, please, because it's something that you will not want to miss. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. I appreciate you. All right, let's get you guys signed up real fast. And then we're going to get back into the second half of this live. Let's get you signed up real quick. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Let me tell you why it's so important for a lot of the reasons that we're talking about right now. But number one is to wake up inspired every single day, right? Sandy, thank you, beloved. Wake up inspired every single day. Number two, wake up with purpose, okay? Every day, wake up with purpose and intention. And then number three, the free thought of the day is designed to unlock your inner greatness. That's exactly what it's going to do for you. And because everything is pulling on you, right? All throughout the day. People are pulling on you, the kids pulling on you, the job pulling on you, friends pulling on you, family pulling on you. We've got all these people leaning on you, right? But what's making deposits into you? So that's what the free thought of the day is about. So copy and paste that link there. Again, double down on the free. You can't beat free anywhere on the planet. Copy and paste that link, put it inside your browser. It's only going to take you a couple seconds. Get signed up real quick. Lena, thank you, beloved. Thank you, beloved. Get signed up real quick. And for the free thought of the day, you do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. Again, copy and paste that link, put it inside your browser, you guys, and it'll take you there. It'll take you a couple seconds to get signed up. Just get signed up real fast, and then you guys will be ready to go. Can't be free. Last time I checked, you can't be free. I love that, Ellie, because that's so true. And I love that, Ellie. Your spirit brought you here. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know, what's happening with you personally. But if you are here, your spirit brought you here. There's something that you needed to hear, something that you need to learn, something that you are supposed to catch, experience. That's why you're here, right? Don't overlook that. That's why we suffer in life. Kia B, I appreciate you, beloved. That's why we suffer in life, because we'll ignore what our spirit is trying to communicate to us. And that's so important. All right, let's get busy. So what do you need right now? In order to become the most powerful version of yourself, what do you need right now? You need clarity. Yeah, you're going to love it. You're going to love it, Z. You're going to love it. You need clarity. Clarity in what you desire to be. Are you clear on what you desire to be? Because you'll never hit a target that you don't have. The universe doesn't work that way. You have to know, what am I going after here? Most people really don't know that. Most people wake up every single day and your life is so routine. Most people live on autopilot. Jonathan, I see, beloved. So one more time, you need clarity in who you are. Clarity in what you desire to be, not what your kids want you to be, not what your partner wants you to be, not what the job wants you to be. Outside of all of that, are you clear on what you are aiming for? Because how do you hit the target that you don't have? How can the universe bless you with what you haven't asked for? And see, you can tell how much a person loves themselves by how quickly they remove themselves from what no longer serves them. So life is not just about what you want. Life is about, what are you willing to walk away from? What are you willing to let go of? What are you willing to stop settling for? So you can't just focus on where you want to go. You have to also focus on what's that thing that's stopping you from getting there. Because I'm going to tell you right now, focusing on what you want without focusing on what's stopping you from getting it might be the most important thing. So you don't need to focus on who you're trying to be. You need to focus on what's stopping you from becoming that version of you, even if it's yesterday's version of you. Even if it's that procrastination, the excuses that you make, the toxic relationship, you not having a growth mindset, or you ain't gonna ever make it there. So you can walk, hope, and pray all day long, but there's something anchoring you to who you've always been. That could be some addiction. That could be some attachment, something you're clinging to, something you won't walk away from that no longer serves you, something that no longer adds value to you, but you won't let go of the thing. Because you're suffering from sunk cost fallacy. Oh, I've been in the relationship so long, I might as well just keep staying in it. No, if it doesn't add value to you anymore, you've got to walk away from it. See, God is paying attention to what you are willing to walk away from. Life is not about what you'll walk toward. We'll all walk toward things. What will you walk away from? Will you walk away from things as fast as you'll walk toward them? Because when you become that version of you, you become lethal. As fast as I grab that Rolls Royce is as fast as I let go of that toxic relationship. As quickly as I hold the door handle to that mansion is as quickly as I let go of someone that doesn't serve me with the same level of speed. That's what he's saying. Because we're so quick to reach for the new, but we slow to let go of what's old. Slow to let go of what no longer serves us. Slow to let go of what no longer adds. We move so slow over here, like we turtles. Move like with rabbit speed over here to grab something new. And that's what he's saying. You're out of alignment. You got to do a self-critical analysis every single day to see what no longer serves you. To see what have you outgrown. What's draining you now? What's watering you? What's adding value to you right now? What's taking value away from you? Who are the people that are making constant deposits into you? And then who are those people that only make withdrawals? You got to know that. You're the CEO. You're the CEO. See, we'll wake up. I'll tell you guys about that train. Some of you guys are on the wrong train. Some of you guys are on the wrong train. You get on that wrong train in real time. And the moment that you find out that that train is not going where you want it to go, you're going to move with so much urgency to get off of that train. You're going to be talking to the train conductor every 5 minutes. When is the next stop? When is the next stop? I'm headed in the wrong direction. Because for every moment you stay on that train, it's taking you further away from where you want to be. But why don't we move that way with our lives? Some of you guys are in a relationship right now that's taking you further away from where you want to be. You're at a job right now that can no longer fulfill you. You may have relationships with certain friends that can no longer grow you. You can't grow in the relationship, but you won't rush to get off of these things. But if you were on a real train and you found out it was headed in the wrong direction, you're going to get off at the very next stop. And that's what God is saying. We've got life twisted. See, let me tell you something about that real train. That real train won't cause you trauma. That real train won't cause you pain. That real train won't cause you suffering. It's just going to cause you a minor inconvenience. You're just being inconvenienced in that moment at best. But that train that caused your relationship, it's causing you not to love yourself. It's causing you not to show up for yourself. It's causing you to lose belief in yourself. Those friends that can't help you become any more than what you already are, they're hurting you. This is what I'm saying. So the real train causes no pain, but we got all this urgency to get off of that. But the train called your relationship, we act so cool when it comes to that. We'll just go to the therapist. We'll just go to the counselor. We'll just go to the psychiatrist. No urgency to get off of the wrong train. That's what I'm saying. You don't see the problem with that? You don't see the problem with that? James, I see you, beloved. Yeah, the stress tearing you up. Waking up every day to a life that you don't love, tearing you up. Waking up every day to a partner that you've outgrown, or maybe you've just evolved beyond this person, tearing you up. Wilder, what's up, beloved? But the real train, no stress at all. You just being inconvenienced. That part right there, unbothered, that part right there, beloved. So yeah, I mean, so I tell people all the time, the same people, yeah, high blood pressure and everything. The same people, the same way that you write people into your life is the same way you have to write them out of it. It's that simple, beloved. It's your movie. This life is your movie. You're the director of it. There's going to be all kind of different characters in the movie called your life. Who's giving you that Emmy-winning performance? Who's giving you that Oscar-worthy performance? And then who are those people that we need to let go of? And that's how you got to look at your life. Or you'll never become the most powerful person of yourself. That part right there, beloved, I love it. I love it. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share or repost a live to your stories if you haven't already done so, please. Baddest thing on the planet is you. I dare you to believe it. So all you got to do is believe it. Again, share or repost a live to your stories if you haven't already done so, please. I appreciate you. Got to get the medicine out to the world. Got to get the medicine out to the world. See, for some of you guys, well, let me say this. You have to stop giving people so much access to you, beloved, before they've earned it. That's what hurts us. We'll give people access to us. They haven't even earned it yet. All because the person told you you were cute or you were pretty or you're so handsome, and all of a sudden you didn't give this person full access to you. You don't even know who the person is. You know what that person is battling with. Right? We trust too fast. You open up too early. Stop giving people the blueprint on how to waste your time. Let me tell you what happens to us. When you're sitting with your life, right? You're single, you're by yourself. Yeah, you might get bored. You might get lonely, right? And maybe you've been single for a year. And so you might have a friend that recommends some dating app, or that friend introduces you to someone. Maybe you guys go out to some social gathering and you meet someone new. Wonderful. So you meet this new person. And when you meet this new person, you guys exchange numbers, and then you guys decide to go have dinner one night. So you go and have dinner one night. And what happens is this. You're so excited that you have someone in your life now that you guys are on that first date, and there's a moment of silence that'll come up. And when that moment of silence enters, you don't know what to do with that uncomfortable silence. And so you try to fill that silence with conversation. And that's where we drop the ball. Because the moment you try to fill that silence with conversation, you're going to say something that you shouldn't have said. And oftentimes we'll start talking about our past relationships. We'll start talking about what our partner did and what type of person they were and everything you bought them and what you did for them and what you gave them and all of these different things. They cheated, they lied, they were disrespectful. You gave them chance after chance after chance. And then finally you decided to move on from that. And let me tell you what's happening in that moment. You're giving that person sitting across the table a master class. You're giving them a master class into who you are, what you will tolerate, what you will accept, what you will normalize. You're giving them a world-class education into who you are. They didn't need to know that. They didn't need to know anything about your history because your history don't add value to them. See, your mindset has to be this. If it doesn't make them better, stronger, smarter, or faster, why are you telling this person? You didn't add any value to them telling them about your last relationship. The only thing you did is taught them what they can get away with when it comes to you. Now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble because that person knows how far you're willing to go for what you call love. But if you never said anything, they don't know what your boundaries are. They wouldn't have known anything. So they can only meet the version of yourself that you are in this moment because you're not that version of you anymore. You're not the version of you that tolerated the disrespect and tolerated the verbal abuse and tolerated the show. You ain't that version of you anymore. Why are you telling them about who you used to be? No, fill that moment with who you are now, where you are going now, and what you want for your life right now. That's the only thing that's relevant. All that yesterday talk is not relevant. Stop giving people the blueprint on how to waste your time. Stop giving people the blueprint on how to play you and manipulate you. Every person that's ever played you, you gave them the playbook. I said, every person that's ever played you, you gave them the instruction manual. Because we've all been guilty of it. We sitting here at the dinner. We trying to fill that silence because you don't know what to do with the silence because you didn't know what to do with it when you was in your own life. You didn't know what to do with the silence. That silence came up and you tried to fill it. Talking about who and in your mind, you think you just sharing. What are you sharing? What are you sharing? You're not adding value to the person. You can't possibly add value to that person in that moment. Only thing you can teach that person in that moment is what you will accept, what you will tolerate, what you will normalize, what you won't walk away from. You just gave them a world-class education. That person's like, oh yeah, I got her. She didn't put up with all kind of mess. Yeah, I got her. They got you in the bag now. And I'm going to tell you what's worse. The first fight you have with that person, the first fight you have, they're going to bring all that up. So you just gave them all this ammunition at the same time. Not only did you teach them how to play you, you gave them all this ammunition. In that first fight that y'all had, well, you didn't do that when so-and-so did it. You didn't walk away when so-and-so did this to you. You didn't say that when whoop-de-whoop did it. That's exactly what they're going to say. Where'd they get that from? Who taught them that? Kev, I'm telling you, you don't ever talk about your yesterday today. It's not relevant. The only thing that matters is who you are today, where you are going. And when a person asks you, oh, because people gonna ask that, oh, so tell me about your old relationship. It ended wonderfully. I don't give a damn if it ended with y'all shooting helicopters at each other. You tell that person it ended amicably. Still friends today. That's all you get. You ain't getting nothing else. I don't give a damn if it ended up with both of y'all sitting here riding around doing donuts, chasing each other. It ended amicably. That's how it ended. I can't give you ammunition because it's not relevant. It's not going to add no value to your life. Yeah, we ended. It ended peacefully. We outgrew each other. That's the best. That's what I say. We outgrew each other. That's it. Lamika, what's up, beloved? Chantel, I see you. We outgrew each other. That's it. Normal. We outgrew each other. That's it. What more you need to know? Now, instantly, now you tell me about yours, since you got so many questions in you. Rocco, I see, beloved. Iris, I see. That part right there, that part right there, daughter of Most High. Yeah, yeah. Now let me hear about your history, since you're so curious. That's the one right there. That's the one right there. I'm telling you, that's the one right there. If let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. Let me really gang you up, man. Since we go in there, so we go in there, man. So we go in there, man. Now I gotta pull out. I gotta pull all the. I gotta pull all the. I gotta pull it out now. I gotta pull it out now. Tara, I gotta pull it out. Beloved, I gotta pull it out. Y'all want the real game? Y'all want the real game? Just let me know if you want the real game. I'll take your elevator so high it'll never get broken. I'm too powerful. I'll take your elevator so high it'll never get broken again. I'll take your elevator so high you'll never get played or manipulated again. Never in the history of your life. I do this for real. I'm gonna give you some game I give celebrities. Fit Millie, I see, beloved. Let me tell you. So it's a couple things. Let me tell you how you never get played. First of all, the first way to never get played is just to become self-aware. Right. That's number one. That's the best way. But Valerie, I see you, beloved. That's the number one best way, right? To just become self-aware. That's number one. Um, Period. Full stop. We're gonna put that over here. But the second best way, if you have something to protect, right? Maybe you have worked for a while, things are going right for you career-wise. Maybe you just gotten out of a toxic relationship, right? You have something to protect. I don't have time to be played with. I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want to be taken advantage. I just don't have time. I don't have time to be security guard in the relationship. I don't have time for that. Let me tell you what you do. You look that person dead in the eye and you say to that person, we all know when the relationship is starting to get serious, right? We all know that. We all know when the relationship is starting to get, there's a certain feeling associated with when things are starting to get serious. You just know, right? When you get to that place, before you jump into that situation with that person, ask that person, are you willing to let me talk to your ex? And watch. Go stone silent in that moment. Are you willing to let me have a conversation with your ex? And watch. Don't say a word. Just watch the facial expressions. Watch the body language. Watch everything. Do not fill that moment with your words. Do not fill that moment with your words. Watch what they do. If that person with the quickness tells you yes, it's because they've had a healthy relationship with that person in the past. Whoever that ex is, they had a healthy relationship with that ex, and maybe they outgrew each other, it fell out of love, whatever the case may be. Quana, what's up, beloved? But if that person, well, why do you want to talk to my ex? Why do you need to talk to them? Why is that important? If you get all of that, if you get resistance, there's something there. If you get met with resistance, why do you need to talk to them? I don't even talk to her anymore. That's not important. What we have is different. And you get all of that, something's there. And the thing that's there is going to show up in this relationship with you. Okay, so that's way number one. Put that over here. Way number two is this. When you get to that place, this is the checkmate right here. When you get to that place where it's starting to feel like things are getting serious, it's not super serious, but you guys are dating pretty consistently now. This is what I want you to do. Before you just make that decision to jump in that ocean with that person called the relationship, ask that person, can I see your phone? And let me tell you why I say that. Because for most people, the top 5 text messages in their phone is from someone from their past. It's going to be a message in there talking about, I love you, I still miss you, or what you doing later, what's going on. Whoever is in that top 5 are the most important people to that person. If there's nothing in that top 5, that's anything that is reflective of that person doing anything else, you got somebody you can trust. I'm telling you now. But if that person, when you go to ask that person, if there's resistance there, well, why you want to look at my phone? And there's nothing there for you to see. And nothing, if there's any level of resistance, that resistance means that there's something that they don't want you to see. And whatever that thing is that they don't want you to see, and this is what you do. Hand them your phone. At the time that you ask it, be reaching with your phone at the same time. Here, you can look at mine because I don't have anything to hide. See, that's what I'm saying. When you look at anybody's phone, the top 5 people in that phone, the top 5 people is who they talk to the most. And so most people will be dating you, but they're still talking to their ex. Either their ex is trying to get in their life or they're trying to get in their ex's life. Guaranteed. Rare is the person that's fully single. Y'all better listen to me. I'm trying to game you up right now. You better listen. You might see a purple unicorn walking down the street before you see a person that's fully single. Fully single meaning I don't get text messages from anyone making any romantic advances for me whatsoever. Not an ex, not somebody I'm thinking about, not somebody I met somewhere, none of that. I'm fully single. When most people tell you they're single, what they mean is I'm not in anything committed. That doesn't mean that I'm not dating people. That doesn't mean I'm not having, relations with people. That doesn't mean that I'm not going out and doing this and doing that. I'm just not in a committed situation. See, people, it gets murky when you start talking about relationships. So I'm telling you right now, when you are in that situation, what girl, I know you're probably fully single. But see, that's what I'm saying. So you wouldn't have a problem handing me the phone. You're like, oh yeah, here you go. Because there's nothing to see. But when you get met with that resistance in that moment, the resistance is having a conversation with you. That resistance is having a conversation. That resistance is God's way of telling you there's something wrong here. Some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Come on. Give me, we can't do the truth. We ain't doing the truth today. I can get 5 seconds of truth from y'all. Think about what I'm saying. Even if you're single right now, For the majority of you guys that's on this live, 8 out of 10 people, even if you consider yourself to be single, there's somebody from your past still knocking on your virtual door. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Somebody from your past is still knocking on that virtual door right now. That doesn't mean that you're trying to get back with them, but maybe they're trying to get back with you. But somebody knocking on that door. And if I'm dating you, and you go to hand me that phone and I see that, my first question to you is going to be, well, who is this person that they telling you they love you and they miss you, can't wait to get back with you, and they so sorry. It's confusing now. And all of that is still going to be happening when the relationship happens. That's what I'm telling you. You said, Myra, you said you're free from all male distractions. No, I love it, beloved. Because that means you're fully ready. When you're free from all male distractions or all female distractions, that means I'm fully ready to be in a relationship with you. I don't have people knocking on my virtual door. I don't have people sliding in my DMs, and I got all these secret conversations going on. See, I'm the type of person, phones up. We phones up, but we ain't doing it. I'm phones up because I don't have anything to hide. I'm phones up because I don't have time. The most powerful thing that you can give a person in a relationship, in my opinion, is not loyalty. The most powerful thing you can give a person in a relationship is security. Because when I give you security, security comes with loyalty. When you have the security of knowing that I'm with you and only with you, there's nothing going on outside. You have full security. You see what I'm saying? Lamika, I see you, beloved. No, I want security. Because when I get the security, it comes with loyalty. It comes with commitment. It comes with all of the other things. So what you're looking for in your relationship is security. Why do most relationships break it down? Because you feel insecure about something. Something in that person's actions or behaviors is causing you to feel insecure. Something don't sit right with you. You said you thought loyalty. No, loyalty is the byproduct of love. But respect is the number one. Because without respect, the moment that respect is gone, everything is gone. You guys do understand that, right? Respect and love are opposite ends of the same stick. I can't even get to love without respect. Without respect, I can't get to love. So if I'm telling you that I love you, but I'm constantly disrespecting you, then I don't love you. I'm manipulating you. I'm continuing to make withdrawals from you because somehow, some way I'm benefiting you. It's humanly impossible for a person to love you and not respect you at the same time. I said humanly, double down on the humanly part. In order for you to even get to love, you got to drive down Respect Street to even get to love. Love lives at the end of the cul-de-sac, but respect is how you get to the cul-de-sac. So if I'm sitting here telling you, oh, I love you, but I'm constantly disrespecting you, constantly verbally abusing you, constantly making you feel small in my presence, then I don't love you. I love my need of you. I love what you bring to the table. I love how I benefit from you. Big difference. I do this for real. I swim with killer whales every day. Yeah, most people, and I don't mean you guys. I'm just saying, I'm just gaming y'all up. I don't mean you guys. Like most people don't love you. They love their need of you. Right? There's a need. There was a need. That person walked up to you because there was a need. And in their mind, they thought you could fill that need. They thought you could fill that void. They thought you could fill that emptiness. They thought you could cure their loneliness. Right? There was something that they were trying to escape. And when that person saw you, they thought that you could feel that thing, or they wanted the experience of you. So, it's not so much that people love us. They love their need of us. They love what we bring to the table. They love the value that we add to their lives. They love what we help them to escape. They love what we distract them from. You got to wake up out of your illusions, beloved. I'm telling you, this is why awareness is so important. Heavenly, what's up, beloved? Oh, we finna get busy now. We get ready to get busy now. DJ Perky, what's up, beloved? Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share or repost the live to your stories. If you haven't already done so, please share or repost the live to your stories. If you haven't already done so, please. Sarah, you're so welcome, beloved. Lamika, I see you. Yana, what's up, beloved? I'm just hanging out with my family right now. That's all we doing. Sabrina, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Happy Friday to you. I'm just hanging out with my family right now. That's all we do. I'm just gaming y'all up. Take all of what I'm saying one more time. Stop handing people the blueprint on how to waste your time. Don't ever do that again. From this moment moving forward, don't ever talk about your yesterday with somebody that represents your tomorrow. Don't ever do that. That's the biggest mistake you're going to make. Don't ever do that. Fill that space with anything, but don't fill it with who you used to be and what they did to you and how they hurt you and how you bought them everything and you bought them cars and you bought them apartments and you co-signed for this. And don't ever do that. Please, whatever you do, don't do that. I'm telling you now. You giving that person a world-class education into how to play you, how to disrespect you, knowing what your boundaries are or lack thereof. You telling them everything they need to know. Because if that person, see one more time, there's only two types of people you're going to meet, right? The person that wants to build with you and the person that wants to build on you. You better catch what I'm saying to you. There's only two types of people you meet, beloved. The person that wants to build with you and the person that wants to build on you. Newsflash, they look the same in the beginning. They look the same in the beginning. You can't tell the difference in the beginning. See, the person that wants to build with you, they're always making deposits into you. Their mindset is we-centered, not me-centered. It's all about synergistic relationships. It's all about what can we build together? Who can we become together? How can we become more powerful together? But that person that wants to build on you, they're only focused on what you bring to the table. Their whole relationship is predicated on what you bring to the table. Now I'm gonna call you baby, and I'm gonna call you honey, and I'm gonna call you sweetheart, and I'm gonna tell you I love you with the same tone and the same intensity as the person that wants to build with you. The difference is that once I experience you, once I get what I came to get, now that disrespect shows up. Now the communication is breaking down. Now I'm not showing up like I used to. Now I don't respond as quickly as I used to. See, when I was benefiting from you, I respond in a nanosecond. Now I'm taking all day to respond to you. Why? Because I got what I came to get. There's only two types of people that you're going to meet in life. The person that wants to build on you and the person that wants to build with you. You have to know the difference between the two. How do I know the difference, coach? Become self-aware and you'll never attract the person that only wants to build on you. Some of you guys have experienced that. I'm not going to throw you under the bus, but there's some people in this room right now that have experienced that. That a person came into your life and only wanted to build on you. It was all about withdraw, do this for me, sign on, co-sign for this for me, get me this, get me that, get me this, put my name on the credit card, put my name on this over here, put my name on that over there. It was all about what they could get from the situation. Gen C, what's up, beloved? Queen Ella, I see you, beloved. Okay, we get ready. Now we get ready. Woo, we get ready to talk about my favorite subject, y'all. Man. We getting ready to talk about my favorite subject of all time. Damn near if it's not. Monica, I see you. Rika, what's up, beloved? Self-respect. We get ready to go self-respect. Silver CEO, I see you, beloved. We get ready to go self-respect because We going to go self-respect right now. See, this is how we get past all of everything we talked about leading up to this moment. Nah, it's over with. Nephew, I see you, beloved. It's over with. So I'm getting ready to give you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you, beloved. Thank you for that. I'm getting ready to give you self-respect. I'm telling you now, self-respect is like a 6'8", 400-pound, muscle-bound bodybuilder, but he is your protector. When self-respect is online, can't nothing touch you. Can't nothing touch you. Especially the way I'll get ready to break it down. Can't nothing touch you. So I'm getting ready to give you the 8 ways to increase your self-respect. For anyone in the community, if you want this list, I'll be happy to give it to you. Queen Ella, I know you're going to want to shoot lives with this. Red, if you're on here, you're going to want to shoot with this because it's powerful. Okay, so here are the top 8 ways to increase your self-respect. And I'm talking about like next level self-respect, Navy SEAL level self-respect. Number 1, stop looking for people who aren't looking for you. Right there, boom, full stop. Stop looking for people who aren't looking for you. Because fighting to keep someone who isn't fighting to be kept is disrespectful to you. Number 2, stop begging people to choose you. If they don't see your value, don't waste your time trying to get them to see it. And if a person doesn't see your value, that's not an invitation for you to try harder. And let me tell you why that's so important. Because the problem is never your value. The problem is always their vision. Because for most people, their vision won't allow them to see your value. If I've been hanging out around liabilities my whole life, I don't know what an asset looks like. And then here you come walking down the street, pure asset. I don't know how to value you because I've been hanging around liabilities my whole life, right? So the problem is sometimes it's not the problem is not your value. Sometimes it's their vision because their vision won't allow them to see your value. One more time, if I've been kicking it with liabilities all day long, here comes this major asset walking down the street. I don't know how to appraise you. I don't know how to see you. Because my vision is keeping me from seeing you because of what I've been surrounded by my whole life. So that's important. So don't always think that it's about you. Sometimes it's about the person and the mindset that they bring to the situation. Okay. See, here's the thing. If you have to tell people your value, either they don't see it or you don't see it. Both are a problem. If you have to tell people your value, either they don't see it or you don't. See, real value means that there is something significantly different about you than you will find in any other person. That's what value means. There is something significantly different about you than you will find in any other person. And you have to walk with that energy, especially once you become self-aware and you handsome or you cute. Oh, what you mean? Man, you ain't gonna find me. You're not gonna find me. I don't give a damn how much you looking. I don't give a damn what date that you can be on Bubble all day long. You can get on Match for the next 50 years. You're not gonna find me. But you have to walk, talk, act, and think with that energy. You got to move with that energy, beloved. That's that energy you got to bring. See, when you're looking for validation outside of yourself, it's because you've already lost sight of your value. So that all that has to stop. You can't look for validation outside of yourself because God is the only validation you need. I'm not looking for anything outside of me. I'm already stamped. I don't need your approval. And that's that energy that you are moving through the world with. I don't need you to validate me. See, if you have to explain your value to someone one more time, either they don't see it or you don't. So number 3, and this is kind of touching on what we touched on earlier. Stop saying more than necessary. Because every time you open your mouth, you reveal something about yourself. And oftentimes, what you reveal is not something that you really see. To you, it's just normal conversation. But to that person, they've never heard what you saying before. See, this chapter of your life has to be called self-respect. If you stress me out, I disappear on you. If you show fake love, I'm out. If you disrupt my peace, I deny you access to me. If you underestimate my growth, I move in silence around you. People respect who they can't disrespect. And people value people that place high value on themselves. See, I don't need that person to respect me. I have to respect me. And once my respect for myself is 5-star, they can only reflect the value that I place on myself. So it all starts with you. Don't expect something from someone else that you are not willing to give yourself. See, self-respect is the beginning of a different kind of peace. When you have self-respect, you can't take my peace. You can't take my peace when I've got real self-respect, because I'm not going to be in the room with you. I'm not going to be at the coffee table with you. I'm not going to be at the Starbucks with you. I'm not going to be at that dinner with you. All that disrespect coming out of you. I'm getting ready to bless you with my absence. When people don't honor your presence, you bless them with your absence. I didn't say anything about, why are you talking to me that way? I don't deserve that. What did I do? Don't ever say that. Whatever you do in life, don't ever say those things. Because in that moment, what you're teaching that person is that you place greater value on them. When that disrespect met you, that was all I needed to hear. Once you met me with that disrespect, I don't need to talk to you no more. There's nothing for us to talk about. Let me bless you with my absence now. Oh, I'm going to honor you with my absence. You get ready to have a whole conversation with my taillights. That's respect. And let me tell you why that's important. Because your absence is more powerful than your presence will ever be. This is why when we lose people, we freak out. When you had access to the person, you didn't freak out at all. You didn't freak out when you had access to the person. The moment that you lost access to that person, whether that person passed away or some unfortunate accident or whatever the case may be, because you no longer had access to them, their value skyrocketed in that moment. And this is why we spiral out of control when we lose access to certain people. Okay, freeze that thought. Same thing applies to you. So when that person disrespects you and you immediately, I didn't say you need to think about it. I didn't say you need to wait to consider it. You get up immediately and you bless them with your absence. And your absence will have a conversation with that person that your words never could have. Your absence will tell them things that your presence never could. And let me tell you what they're going to do. They're going to text you. They're going to call you. What I do? What's going on? What did I say? And in that moment, you can give them a world-class education into what they said. But I'm in the car now. I'm on the freeway now. I'm talking to you from the freeway. I'm going to tell you what you said, and then we're going to end this conversation. But the next time that person sees you, white glove service now. That person I'm telling you, when they talk to you, they're going to deliver their words on pillows. I'm telling you, it's going to be a pillow. It's going to be a pillow right there. The words going to come on a pillow because they're going to be so terrified to lose access to you again. And now you taught that person. You see, people, who you are in this moment is who you've trained yourself to be. That's really who you are. You are who you've trained yourself to be. But the same thing applies to other people. So when you start blessing people with your absence, you're training them on how to honor your presence. That's what I'm saying. Everybody with me so far? So we're on number three. Now we're getting into, okay, wait, we're still on number 3. Hang on. I got a little bit more from number 3 I got to give you. Self-respect means I stop explaining myself. Self-respect means denying people access to you that drain you. Self-respect is choosing peace over chaos, growth over comfort, boundaries over trying to please other people. See, you either respect yourself or you don't. There is no in the middle, beloved. There is no in the middle. You either have mad respect for yourself or you don't. Number 4. This one right here is important. This one right here is important. Your respect for yourself must be greater than your desire to be loved. Nothing is more important than that. Your respect for yourself must be greater than your desire to be loved, period. Because if your desire to be loved is greater than the respect you have for yourself, man, you in trouble. You done already lost the game. See, that's where the toxic relationships come in at. The toxic relationships come in because you value the relationship more than you value yourself, or you wouldn't stay in it. And what you're signaling when you stay in a toxic relationship is, I value having access to you more than I value having access to me. Even though this relationship doesn't serve me, even though it's out of alignment with my wants and the desires, even though I'm showing up small, tolerating disrespect, walking on eggshells, I value you more than I value me. I place more value on having access to the relationship than the respect that I have for myself. That's what the toxic relationship is saying. You don't have to say it. The relationship is communicating that. So one more time, your respect for yourself must be greater than your desire to feel loved. You can tell how much someone loves themselves by what they refuse to tolerate, by how quickly they leave rooms that shrink them, by whether no is a full sentence or not, by whether they keep promises to themselves when no one else is watching, by whether they chase attention or build respect, by how they talk about people that are not in the room. And that's another thing. That's another thing, beloved. Self-respect means that if you're not in the room, I will only speak glowingly of you. If I have an issue with you, I will only bring that to you. I will never bring it to another person. I don't want to talk to another person about my issues with you because they can't add value to the situation. Neptune, what's up, beloved? I appreciate that. They can't add value to the situation. Not only that, it's a reflection of your character. Because this person is going to go back. Trust me when I tell you, today's friend is always tomorrow's enemy. This person is going to go back and try to tell the person what you told them, and they're going to screw it up. They're going to screw it up. They're going to take bits and pieces of what they said, and then their mind is going to fill in the rest of the story. And all of a sudden, now you're trying to do damage control when really the only thing you have to do is don't speak negatively about people when they're not in your presence. If you got something to say about that person, only say it to them. Don't get caught up in that trap. Don't get caught in that trap. I've seen too many people do it. I've seen too many people do it. That's a terrible trap we get caught in. You sit here venting to this person about somebody else that they also know. And then you and this person have some disagreement. They take all of what you said and go and tell it to that person. And now you've been thrown under the bus. Don't do that. Don't do that. If I have an issue with you, I'm bringing it to you. If I don't have access to you, I have nothing to say. Period. Nothing to say. Number 5. Wait, no. Let me go back because there's one more thing on number 4 that I want to give you guys, and then we're going to go into number 5. One more thing on number 4. Respect means forgiving yourself for past mistakes. Not one day, not coach, I'm going to try, not coach, I'll work on it now. Forgive yourself today for what you didn't know in all of your yesterdays. Forgive yourself today for the emotional intelligence that you didn't have. in all of your yesterdays. Beloved, you know things today that you didn't know in all your yesterdays. This version of you is the worst person in the world to look at your past. And let me tell you why. Because this version of you is more emotionally intelligent, more self-aware. You know more. You would make different decisions today than you would have made in all your yesterdays. So you don't look at your past through the filter of emotion, because you're going to judge yourself unfairly. Don't do that to yourself. From this moment moving forward, self-respect means that I forgive me for what I didn't know. I forgive me for the relationships I stayed too long in. I forgive me for the people that I trusted. I forgive me for the moments that I showed up small. I forgive me for the moments that I abandoned myself. I forgive me. Now it's time for me to go move on. Now it's time for me to heal. Now it's time for me to love myself fully and completely and not look for love outside of me, because I've become the thing I was looking for in other people. I've become my ride or die. I am the most consistent thing in my life. I am the one thing that I need more than anything else. It's me. And do that right now. That's where so much of your pain and so much of your trauma is coming from, beloved. You're not forgiving yourself for what you didn't know, and for what you settled for, and for what you tolerated, and for what you didn't walk away from. You're not forgiving yourself. You holding your happiness hostage, holding your peace hostage, holding unconditional love hostage for something that 9 times out of 10 is for somebody else's behavior. We punish ourselves for the bad behavior of other people. You can't carry that anymore. That part right there, you didn't know, beloved, you didn't know. You have to forgive yourself for what you didn't know. If you had access to better information, you would have made better decisions. If you had access to better resources, you would have made better decisions. Period. But this version of you that you are in this moment would have never made the same choices and decisions that that version of you made. That makes sense? All right. Number 5. This one is important. Staying after you've been disrespected significantly lowers your value in the mind of that person. You need to write that down. Staying in a situation after you have been disrespected significantly lowers your value in the mind of that particular person. Not because they decided you were worth less, but because you agreed to it. When you didn't instantly remove yourself from that situation, you signed off on it. Every time you tolerate something that goes against your standards, you're silently telling people, this version of me is available for less. Less respect, less effort, less consideration. And the worst part of it is they don't even question it. Because you already show what you're willing to accept. Every time you stay in an environment where you are being disrespected, your value is being renegotiated without words. The moment that you sit at that table after disrespect is being served to you, it doesn't matter what you're thinking internally. It doesn't matter what you feel internally. What you have to understand is that your presence in that moment is being renegotiated in the mind of the person that just disrespected you. They will never see you with the same level of respect that they saw you with before they ever disrespected you. That's over with. Whatever that price was that they had in your mind for the value that they placed on you, oh, that's over with now. And every time you allow that person to disrespect you and you remain, that price goes down and it goes down and it goes down. And then disrespect now becomes abuse. Then it becomes physical abuse. Then it becomes all these other things, all because you stayed. All because you stayed. I'm talking about a whole relationship that could have been changed into something that you wanted it to be had you just removed your presence immediately. This first sign of that disrespect, I'm out. None of the why did you talk to me like that? I didn't deserve. Don't do that. You ruining your stock in that moment. Even marriage, beloved, I don't give, especially marriage. Especially marriage. Because if you're that comfortable disrespecting me, one more time, respect and love are opposite ends of the same stick. It's humanly impossible for me to love you and disrespect you at the same time. Somebody's lying. Love and respect are opposite ends of the same stick, beloved. Wake up. If I love you, I respect you. I started respecting you. That's how I fell in love with you, because I respected how you moved and how you treated me and how you showed up. And that's how the love got there, was through respect. So you telling me that the love stayed, but respect walked out the door? That's what you telling me with a straight face? Somebody's lying. Somebody's being manipulated there. I don't know what side of it. I don't want to put my thumb on the scale. That's pure manipulation. If I'm telling you I love you and I'm disrespecting you at the same time, you're being manipulated, beloved. There's somehow, some way you benefit my quality of life. You taking care of the kids, and I don't want to deal with all of that. You are you cooking the meals, you taking care of me, you doing all these things, doing the laundry, keeping the house clean. There's some role that you play in my life that I don't want to have to deal with. And that's that role that you fill. If I'm telling you I love you and I'm disrespecting you, somehow, some way, I'm benefiting off of you in a way that I wouldn't be able to benefit if you was to walk out of my life. See, disrespect says I don't place the same value on you that I used to. That's the number one indicator. The number one indicator that a person no longer places the same value on you is that they're disrespecting you. Because disrespect says I'm not afraid to lose you. Truth is knocking at the door. Millionaire Queen, I see you. Disrespect says I have no problem losing you. Cheating says I have no problem losing you. Cheating says I really have no problem losing you. But the moment that I disrespect you, see, disrespect is the gateway into cheating. Once I start disrespecting you, then I'm already going to disrespect the relationship. If I'm disrespecting my queen, the relationship is over with, not mine. There's something about the relationship that doesn't do it for me the way that it used to do it for me. So if I'll disrespect you in the relationship, I'll disrespect you in your absence. I'm going to just let my silence have a conversation with you. Think about what I'm saying, beloved. If I won't respect your presence, what makes you think I'm respecting your absence? Come on now, turn your spiritual common sense up. If I'm disrespecting your presence, what makes you think that I'm not disrespecting your absence? Dr. Kiki, I appreciate you, beloved. That's the part that I want you to, that's what is the thing that would terrify me more than anything else. Not so much the fact that you disrespected my presence, because if you do it in my face, you can definitely do it behind my back. So what you telling me, you got all this respect, you got all this disrespect that you put in my face, but you got mad respect for me when I'm not around? That's what you're telling me? I don't respect my woman when I'm with her, but when I'm not around, I'm on my best behavior. Now you need to flip that. John, what's up, beloved? Let me see where I dropped you guys off at. Okay, I see where it's at. So one more time. Every time you tolerate disrespect, you're giving people a master class into how to treat you. That's why this is one of the biggest ones for me when it comes to respect, because again, you're giving that person a master class into how to treat you based upon if you remain. If you remain, you're giving them a master class on how to treat you. See, people don't rise to your potential, beloved. People don't rise to your potential. They rise to the level of your boundaries. They don't rise to your potential. They rise to the level of your self-respect. Because I don't know what your potential is. So I don't rise to meet your potential. I rise to the level of your boundaries. I rise to the level of your self-respect, or I won't gain access to you. That's how I move. You're going to get out of the lobby of who you are, and you're going to meet me in the penthouse of who I am, which means you got to get on the elevator to reach me. I don't give a damn who you are in the lobby and how you treat lobby level people. But when we talking, you're going to get in that elevator and you're going to take that elevator, and it's a high elevator. I mean, you're going to be in the elevator for a minute. So you might be able to send some text messages and send some emails, because it's going to take you a long time to get into the penthouse called me. And once you get into that elevator, your mentality changing along the way, your attitude changing along the way, your respect. I don't give a damn who you treat, how you treat people in the lobby, who you are. That ain't none of my business. But once you get in that elevator called me, and you're going to be in there for a minute, you're going to rise to the level of my boundaries. You're going to rise to the level of my self-respect, or you won't be in the elevator. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Nurse, I appreciate you, beloved. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate that, Esatina. I appreciate that. Everybody understand that? Again, you can treat people however you want to treat people in the world. And you can let people know that I don't care how you treat people. There's a certain way we gonna deal. See, let me say to you, watch this right here, watch this right here. Every person that disrespects you, there's another person that they got mad respect for. Every person that disrespects you, there is somebody else that they wouldn't dare bring that to. So it's not that they don't know how to, it's not like they treat everybody like that. No, they treat you like that. That person that disrespects you, there is somebody that they damn near bow to. They got so much respect for that person. So if you got the energy in you to have all this respect for them, oh yeah, you're going to bring it to me too. And I'm watching how you deal with other people. See, that's the thing. When you're around that person, watch how they interact and watch how they deal with other people. You're going to see them people that they got so much respect for that they wouldn't bring that same energy to you. You're not going to bring energy to me that you wouldn't bring to that person I saw you talking to at the gas station. Now, we're not going to do that. I saw how much respect you got for your boss, but your boss don't cook the meals for you. Your boss don't iron your clothes. Your boss ain't sitting here dealing with your pain and dealing with your trauma all night long. Your boss ain't sitting there cleaning up behind you, but you got respect for them, but you can't bring it to me. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing none of that. I just sit there and saw how you put on this whole display for your boss. Well, I was pretending for my boss when you can pretend for me too. Speaking of that, let me tell you what happens. Even in the worst relationships, let me tell you what happens. That person will leave that house with you, get dressed, leave the house, get in that car, drive 15, 20, 30 minutes to work, get to work, walk in work, high-fiving people, shaking hands, smiling from ear to ear, all this positive energy, chit-chat with people and kikiing with people and all this other stuff like that. Right? Team player at work, the whole thing, all this positive energy at work. Leave work, come home, wipe that smile off. All the energy is gone now. Now I'm getting the low vibrational version of you. I'm getting the stressed out version of you. I've been at work and I'm sitting here, I got to be around these people all day. Okay, but you bring in all this energy and all this positivity. They don't get this version of you at work. How is it that you can be this positive person at work, but when you come home, you don't have that same energy? I'm dealing with your stress. I'm dealing with your unhappiness. I'm dealing with your moodiness. I'm dealing with all the mood swings. I'm dealing with all of the unhealed versions of you. Why do I get that, but they get all the happiness and all the joy? Because I'm pretending for them. Well, pretend for me too. If you can do it at work, you can do it at home. Because if getting the real you, as you call it, getting the authentic you, as you call it, if that's what this comes with, then I don't want the real you. If the real you comes with stress and anger and disrespect and unhappiness and your mood swings, then I don't want the authentic you, because the authentic you is too much for me. It's too expensive for me. Give me the pretend you like you give it to them people at work. Give me that version of you. Pretend for me too. Assume that you're happy when you come home. Assume that you're a loving person when you come home. Assume that you're a good husband when you come home. Assume that you're a good father. That's what you're doing at work. You assuming, right? Well, assume for me too. That's what I'm saying. Stop letting people give you what they want to give you. Life will only give you what you demand, beloved. If you demand it, people aren't going to give it to you. See, that job demands it. That's why they're doing it. That job demands. They don't get to walk in stressed out. They don't get to walk in unhappy. They don't get to walk in moody and gloomy and all these other things like that. But you bring more value to the person than that job is, because I got to wake up with you every day. I got to deal with you every day. I'm dealing with all of the trauma and all of the unhealed versions of you and your pain and your suffering and what's going on in your family structure and all the stuff like that. No, pretend for me too. Pretend for me too. If you don't give it to them, don't give it to me. You have to demand that, beloved. You've got to demand that. If you don't give it to them, they don't wake up next to you. They don't cook them meals. They don't keep this house clean. They ain't going to war with your pain and going to war with your trauma and going to war with yesterday's version of you. I'm doing that. They ain't holding you down. I'm doing that. Them people don't do nothing but deal with you for 8 hours and send you on your way. But you give me the worst. See, here's what we do. We give the world the best of us, and we give our partners what's left of us. No, you got to switch that. If you're going to give the world the best of you, you're going to give me the best of you too, or I won't settle for anything less than that. Period. Red, I appreciate you, beloved. That part right there, Tara, that's going back to my original point. Again, your partner going to go out in the world and going to give the world the best of them. They smiling at the man at the gas station, smiling at the man at the mechanic shop, smiling at the man at the mall, high-fiving everybody and all this. You come home, all of a sudden you moody now. All of a sudden you gloomy now. All of a sudden your shoulders down. You stressed out. You tired. No, don't give me that. Well, I don't want that version of you. What am I do with that version of you? Yeah, what happened? You didn't. It's almost like you're a whole different person now. If that's the real you, now give me the counterfeit you then. Give me the pretend you. My point is that you know how to do it at work, then you can do it at home too. One more time, stay in after you've been disrespected. Lower your price, beloved. I'm telling you that now. You want your value to shoot down? Stay in that environment at 5 seconds after you've been disrespected. Just 5 seconds after you've been disrespected. Your stock dropping. But if you get up within that first 5 to 10 seconds, your value gonna skyrocket. I'm telling you now, I'm giving you the game. I'm giving you the game. I done left people sitting there with food, chewing food and everything. They look up, they don't know why I'm walking away. And I'm not gonna tell them why I'm walking away. Because I don't want to have the conversation. I'll have the conversation with you once I'm in the car. You won't know why I'm leaving. In your mind, you thinking I'm just going to get something. You still sitting there eating your food. About 15 bites into it, you like, damn, he ain't coming back. You damn right I ain't coming. I'm gonna let that steak have a conversation with you. Yep. I'm gonna let that sushi have a whole conversation with you. You and that sushi gonna be talking, just not with me. I'm telling you, y'all think I'm playing. I'm playing craft serious right now. All right, let me give you this other one. Because this is I'm Tara, you know how we get out, beloved. That part right there, May. That part right there, beloved. Yeah, so here go number 6 right here. We getting through it. Here go number 6. I want to give y'all these. This one right here, this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. You might want to put your seatbelt on, brace tight. If you're in a relationship right now, put the seatbelt on. I'm telling you, we finna hit this corner. Some of y'all gonna fall out the car. I'm telling you that now. But if you don't have life insurance, if you don't have insurance, you might want to get out of the car right now. I'm giving you a warning right now. I'm gonna hit this curve. The sign on the sign says don't do more than 25 miles an hour around this curve. We're gonna do 100 around the curve. We doing 100 around this bad boy. I'm telling you, I'm coming. I'm in that. Ooh, get out the minivan. Get out the minivan. I'm telling you, get out of the minivan. We ain't doing minivans today. Here we go. Letitia, what's up, beloved? Happy Friday to you. Stephanie, come on, family. Here we go right now. Here we go right now. This is my favorite one. Number 6. Again, for everyone in the Mindset Masters family, I'm gonna give you all 8. Yeah, I think it's 8. Yeah, I'm gonna give you all 8. Red, you're gonna want to shoot your live on this. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're gonna want to shoot your live on this bad boy because I know you're gonna light this up. Lynetta, I know you're gonna light it up. All right, here we go. Number 8. Anything less than full transparency, you don't have a relationship. We're just gonna wake you up to the truth right now. Anything less than full transparency. Come on, Queen Eva. I need you to do a live on this. Anything less than full transparency, but you ain't got a relationship. Now, you call it whatever you want to. I'll sit with you. We come up with 1,000 different names. Just don't call it a relationship because that's not what it is. Anything less than full transparency is not a relationship. If you don't have full transparency in your romantic relationship, you don't have a romantic relationship. You have manipulation. Somebody's being manipulated here. You have someone running game on you. See, you have somebody's pretending here. If there's no transparency, somebody's pretending. If there's no transparency, somebody's being manipulated. I don't know who. See, you have conditional love where someone is more focused on how they benefit from you than they are on loving you. If I'm not being fully transparent, that means I'm so focused on how I benefit from you and than I am on how to love you. There's nothing more powerful in your relationships than transparency. Nothing. You don't get anywhere without that. If we don't have transparency, we ain't got nothing. What do we have? Well, we got some secrets going on, something slick going on, some manipulation going on, because that's what shows up when transparency is not there. If transparency is not there, it's because something else has pushed it out. Something else has taken its place. When you have transparency there, you have all the protection you need. We playing cards with the face up, dominoes with the face up, phones face up, no secrets going on. I know the passcodes, you know the passcodes, security everywhere. You swear Beyonce lived in our house, there's so much security. When transparency is online, see, here's my thing. The truth is free. That's what's got me blown away. The truth is free. Last time I checked, they don't charge for the truth. So if you can't give me the truth, then what are you really giving me? See, people who are withholding information are manipulating you so that they can get what they want from you. If I'm withholding information, if I'm not willing to be transparent, what am I protecting? Because I ain't protecting us. So what am I really protecting? Now, the truth don't cost you a dime. And the truth can save our relationship, but it can also destroy it. So when a person isn't willing to give you what doesn't cost anything, it's because they're benefiting from you being blind to their truth. Now we're talking about something. If I'm not willing to give you the truth, it's only because I benefit from you being blind to my truth. That part right there, Lynetta, somebody is protecting something that they don't want you to find out about. One more time, if we don't have transparency, we don't have anything. If your relationship right now isn't built on transparency, what is it built on? What is it built on? Hold up, freeze. Hold up. Hold up. You mean to tell me with a straight face that there is 8 billion people on the face of this earth currently, give or take? You can have any person you want. You waking up every single day to the same person, and we don't have transparency? All these people I could be with, all of these opportunities I'm missing out on because I'm choosing you repeatedly, and we don't have transparency? I'm the only person you got to take care of. It ain't like you got a million people that you got to be transparent with. It's one person. You failing at the one person you got to take care of? You can't be loyal to the one person? You can't stay committed to the one person? That's what you're telling me? I'm that hard? You can't function with the one? That's mind blowing to me. Now I can understand if God came to you and said, listen, I want you to take care of all 500 people over here. I would understand you saying, well, damn, I can't be committed to everybody. I'd understand, but that ain't the case. You got one person and you failing at the one. You can't treat the one person with 5-star respect. You can't treat the one person with 5-star love. You can't treat the one person with 5-star loyalty and 5-star commitment. That's what you're telling me? You struggling with that? Well, you ain't got no business being in a relationship then. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Come on, what are we doing here? You mean to tell me you waking up next to a person and that person can't hold you down, but one person they got to take care of? That makes no sense to me. Not when I have at least 4 billion different options. If you say 4%, 4 billion men in the world and 4 billion women in the world, if we just gonna split the baby down the middle, well, damn, that's 4 billion people I could be with if I wanted to be. And I'm waking up next to you every single day, choosing you every single day. You can't meet me where I want to be met. Oh, that's effort, beloved. A person meeting you where you want to be met is called effort. That's all it is. It's called energy. It's not hard. That's what I'm saying. And you mean to tell me with a straight face that our relationship isn't built on transparency? We got secrets going on, insecurity going on, trust issues. Out of 4 billion people, you couldn't hold the one down? What are we talking about here? And see, the reason why the person couldn't be loyal to you is because they're not loyal to themselves. The reason why the person couldn't stay consistent with you is because they don't have consistency in their own lives. And that's why awareness is so important, because people can't give you what they fail to give themselves. The person doesn't know how to give you what you need because they don't know how to give it to themselves. If I can't give myself unconditional love, you ain't got a shot. If I'm repeatedly disrespecting myself, you don't stand a chance. And for most people, they can't love themselves the way they want to be loved, let alone love you that way. I haven't figured it out with me. I've been with me my whole life. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes it's not so much about you, it's what the person can't even give to themselves. See, people will never meet you where you want to be met. People meet you where they're capable. People will never meet you as deeply as they met themselves. They can only meet you as deeply as they met themselves. I can only meet you at my level of awareness, my level of consciousness, my level of emotional intelligence. I can't meet you any deeper than that. And we don't understand that because we get so caught up in the smoke and mirrors. That person that you're with can never love you the way you want to be loved because that's your assignment. They can never love you the way you want to be loved because that's your assignment. And once you show that person how you love you, now I have a blueprint to follow. Now I have a model to follow. But sometimes we fail to love ourselves the way we want to be loved, and then we expect somebody else to do it. You are the model, beloved. The model is you. All right, I'm gonna set my mic down right there. For all of the people in the Mindset Masters family, again, you guys will have all of this stuff. I'll make sure that it's in the community. I'll make sure it's in the community today. You guys will have it today. It's like, I think we made it to 6. So there's like two more. The last 2 are really good though. Yeah, the last 2 are really good. Sabrina, you're so welcome, beloved. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Do me a favor, real quick. Type me in the comments if this is your very first time on a live stream with me. Type me if this is your very first time. Fit Millie, you're so welcome, beloved. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So welcome. Oh, thank you, beloved. Thank you. Yeah, we did good this week. We covered a lot of ground this week. Sandy, I appreciate you, beloved. Welcome to all of the new people. Welcome all first and last time listeners. My name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, relationship mastery, 5D consciousness, emotional intelligence. I specialize in helping my students and clients globally to become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful versions of themselves. My purpose in life is to help you to discover yours, right? I'm just the bridge from where you are to where you will ultimately become with respect to self-awareness, self-mastery, emotional intelligence, relationship mastery. I'm just the bridge, right? The beautiful thing about awareness and consciousness and emotional intelligence is that it's transferable, right? That's the beautiful thing. You just have to find someone that's going to care enough and is going to love you enough to be consistent in your life to transfer the information over to you. I've been blessed with that. And so it's something that I bring to my students. It's something that I bring to the Mindset Masters family and community. And the people that taught me wanted me to move the needle, right? To kind of push that boundary line with respect to emotional intelligence, self-mastery, self-awareness. And so that's what I do. They would never do live streams. They would never do any of what I'm doing right now. They would just never do it. And that was why they put so much energy in me. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? This book is a bestseller. It is available on Barnes & Noble. If you are, in the process of becoming the most powerful version of yourself, or if you want to become a master of self, that book is the blueprint that you need to get you to self-mastery. It's your instruction manual, right? The book is not about me. The book is 100% about you. You won't find me in the book. You'll only find yourself in the book. Self-mastery. There's nothing on the planet more powerful than self-mastery. Nothing, 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 nothing. What did Jesus have? Self-mastery. What was he teaching? Self-awareness. And once you understand how to tap into Christ consciousness, which is not a name, it is a level of consciousness. Let me be very clear about that. Let me say that one more time. Christ consciousness is what you carry right now. We are all Christs. I don't think you hear none of what I'm saying right now. I don't think you hear none of what I'm saying right now. I don't think you hear it. I don't think you hear it. Some of you guys hear it. One more time. Christ consciousness. Christ is not a name. Christ is a level of consciousness. We are all Christs. It's critically important that you understand that. God gave us the first example because without that, we would not have had something to model. We wouldn't have had something to follow. Christ wasn't the ceiling, he was the floor. Wake up, beloved. He was not the ceiling, he was the floor. Our job as chosen ones is to push that boundary line, to move that needle, to expand and advance consciousness, to expand and advance awareness, to expand and advance emotional intelligence. That's your duty as a chosen one. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. But the difference between Jesus and you is that you have access to more tools, more technology. He didn't have access to what we have access to right now. This is why he said, greater works than this shall you do. Did you not hear that part? Did you fall asleep at church during that part? Did you fall asleep when you hit that page in your Bible? Did you? I'm just asking you, did you? For some of you guys, that doesn't sink in. That was the whole foundation of his message. Greater works than this shall you do. Why would he say that if he didn't understand what your assignment is? Why would he say that? Why would he say you're going to do more than what he did if he didn't already know and understand that you would? Because our job is to push humanity forward. That's our job. If he was a ceiling, then there would be nowhere else for us to go. That would be the ceiling. That would be the capacity. Look at how much we've evolved and advanced since he was here. Look at where technology is now since he was here. So we don't have excuses. We have programming to overcome. We have trauma to overcome. We have our story to overcome. We have who we currently identify as, and our ego is the only thing that you have to conquer. You got to conquer your ego, beloved. That's the gift. That's the gift. God didn't give you an external enemy. He gave you something internal, something that he knew you could defeat. But you got to have a fire in you. You need fire. Because there's too much distractions around you right now. There's too many reasons for you to settle. We've been programmed to condition that our tomorrow will be better than our today. This is why most people don't move. That's why we're always saying tomorrow, I'll start next week, I'll start at the beginning of the year. You've been programmed to see yourself that way. No, your today is your tomorrow because there's only this moment. Tomorrow lives in you. It doesn't live outside of you. You are tomorrow, but you're also yesterday. Your decision creates your tomorrow, but your decision also creates your past. Your past, present, and future all live in you, beloved. It all lives in you. The thing you've been waiting for is you. You are seeker and savior all at the same time. You are student and master all at the same time. You are a masterpiece and a work in progress all at the same time. You are the greatest project you will ever work on. But you need fire. The fires outside of you can't burn brighter than the fire inside of you, because if you do, you lose. What does that mean? That means that your circumstances can never dictate how you feel about yourself. Your life is just a reflection of your internal state of being. You don't need to change your life. You need to change the mindset that created the life that you no longer love. When I change my mindset, I simultaneously change my external reality. Your mind is the most powerful projector on the planet. Your life is just the screen. The screen is not the problem. The screen only can project the problem. The problem is in here. So I don't need to change my partner. I need to change my mindset. I don't need to change my life. I need to change my mindset that produced that life. I don't need to change my friends and the people I hang around. I need to change me. When I change me, change the projector, I change what it projects. Your life is just a screen. It has no power. Think about when you go to a movie theater. When you walk into a movie theater and you sit down to watch a movie, the characters on the screen are not the problem. If there's a problem, the problem is in the projector, because the projector is what's projecting on the screen. So you don't need to focus on what's on the screen. If you don't like the movie, change the projector. So you don't have a problem with your life. You have a problem with the projector. You don't like what the projector is projecting. So when I change my projector through self-awareness and emotional intelligence and self-mastery increase my character, increase my discipline, increase my integrity. I changed the movie. And when I change the movie, everything changes. Your life is only a reflection of the projector. If there's chaos in your life, it's because there's chaos in your mind. If there's drama in your life, it's because there's drama in your mind. If there's peace in your life, it's because you have peace in your mind. Whatever you're seeing out in your external reality is only a reflection of what's happening in your internal reality. So if you don't like your life is not the problem. Your mindset is. Too many of you guys are trying to change what's on the projector or change what's on the screen without changing what's on the projector. You moving in the wrong direction. Real quick, you guys. Craig, what's up, beloved? Real quick, you guys. Michelle, what's up? What's up, beloved? So good to see you. If you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day, please type no in the comments. If you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day, please type no in the comments. Let me get you guys signed up real quick. Again, happy Friday to all first and last time listeners. Again, if you're not signed up for the free thought of the day, please type no in the comments. Let me get you guys signed up real quick. You will not want to miss it. There's a lot of things in life that you can miss. Our free thought of the day is not one of them. I promise you, it is not something that you want to miss. And the purpose of the free thought of the day, number one, our goal is to help you to become the most powerful version of you, and you will. You're going to become that person. Start thinking like that person now. Walk, talk, act, and think like the person you want to become now. Don't wait till you become that person to start thinking and moving and acting like them. That's number one. Number two, you wake up inspired every single day, right? There's so many things pulling at you. You need something that's going to put you in a position to wake up inspired every single day. Number two, wake up with purpose. Wake up on a mission. Wake up chasing your MITs. What are MITs? Your most important tasks. No two assignments are the same. So you want to wake up with a powerful mindset every single day. And then also you want to wake up with something every day that's specifically designed to unlock your inner greatness. It is time for you to unlock your inner greatness, period. Your pain cannot speak louder than the present moment. Your yesterday cannot speak louder than your today. Who you used to be cannot dominate who you are becoming. This is how you become the most powerful version of yourself. We have to reverse all of that, beloved. So again, you guys, what you guys are going to do is copy and paste that link that Tara has pinned to your screen. Copy and paste that link that Tara has pinned there, and it will take you to get signed up. Do it right now. It's only going to take you a couple seconds to get signed up, and then you guys will be locked in. And every day you're going to get that, and you're going to absolutely love it. You will thank me for it later, I promise you. Again, copy and paste that link, put it inside your browser, and it'll take you to get signed up for the free thought of the day. You're going to absolutely love it. You're going to love it. I love it, and I know what's coming, and I love it. That part right there, May, I love that, beloved. Jennifer, I appreciate that, beloved. You're so welcome. See you, so I see you, beloved. Zakaria, I appreciate that. So again, copy and paste that link. You guys put it inside your browser, and it'll take you to get signed up for your free thought of the day, and then you guys will be locked in. You guys will be locked in and ready to go. I didn't do number 7, beloved. I think I stopped at 6. But if you guys are joining, Angela, thank you so much, beloved. If you guys are joining the Mindset Masters family, you guys are going to get this stuff. They get stuff like this all day long. If you join my free exclusive community, you're going to get it. If you're not currently signed up for the Mindset Masters community, type no in the comments. If you are not currently a member of my exclusive coaching community, type no in the comments. Let me see how many people are not signed up, and then we're going to get out of here. May, I appreciate you, beloved. Got it. Got it. Got it. Um, you said now you are. Got it. So real quick, so the Mindset Masters community, which is one of the fastest growing communities. What's my why? My why is, I started out coaching just celebrities, high profile clients, doctors, lawyers, CEOs, executives, UFC fighters, you name it. I have coached them. Um, and so the beautiful thing about coaching one-on-one is obviously you can give people that concentrated energy, but my purpose is bigger than just coaching people one-on-one, right? Because the same time it would take me to coach one person, I could be speaking to 20,000 people, 30,000 people at one time, right? And so, I kind of hit a ceiling with respect to that because, again, there's only so many people you can reach going person to person with respect to coaching. And that's kind of why we created the community, because we figured that the goal is to reach as many people as we can, because awareness is something that's for everyone, right? What is our world struggling with today? Our world is struggling with a lack of self-awareness, a lack of emotional intelligence, a lack of people not knowing how to master who they are. Our world is suffering from depression, anxiety, fear, people projecting their pain, their suffering onto you. And so that was the number one reason why we created the community. And the best reason why we created the community, because it's produced so many coaches, right? There's so many people that, entered our community not looking to become coaches, that ultimately ended up becoming coaches because our style of coaching is just that powerful. And that's what's going to happen to you. You may decide that you want to coach. You may decide you want to write a book. You may decide that you want to become a public speaker. You may decide that you want to travel all over the world and share your story with people, and all of that, or you may just decide that you just want to keep it to yourself and you just want to focus on you. Whatever you decide to do is completely up to you. But the point not to be missed is that the community is that powerful that it's going to put you in that position to do that. And that's a great option to have. That's number one. Amanda, I appreciate you, coach. I appreciate you, beloved. So again, the Mindset Masters community, it comes with 2 life coaches, 1 executive coach. I'll be the coach that'll be coaching you 100% of the time. You guys are going to have access to all of my live streams, like the one you're watching right now. They're all archived in the community, which is great. You're going to have access over 100 episodes in the community. You're going to have access to my podcast, which is also exclusive to the community. You guys are going to have that. The podcast is my personal favorite. You're going to also have, access to what I write for you guys every single day, just like what I just went over right now in this live stream. If you were watching it, you guys are going to have access to that. But most importantly, the community is amazing, right? The community is amazing. So here's the question that you should be asking yourself. If I join this community, what's going to happen? You're going to become more powerful than you've ever been in the history of your life. Full stop. If you join this community, you are going to become more powerful than you have ever been throughout the history of your life. If you join this community, you're going to become more confident than you have ever been throughout the history of your life. You're going to become strong. You're going to become fearless. You're going to become dominant. You're going to become self-aware and a master of self. I can tell you that every single emotion you experience, you're going to understand why it shows up, what it means, how to deal with it, and you're going to understand why everything is coming. Fear won't bother you anymore. Depression won't bother you anymore. Suffering won't bother you anymore. But you have to put in the work. You have to put on the work. You have to have an internal fire. You can't be lukewarm here. Not when it comes to greatness. This is your moment, your opportunity to step into greatness. Or will you run from it? This is your opportunity to become the most disciplined version of yourself. Or will you run from it? This is your opportunity to dominate fear. Or will you continue to bow to it? That's on you. I am the coach you need. This is the moment you need. This is the opportunity you need. Will you seize it? It's on you. Type me in the comments if you are ready to get signed up inside of the community. Coach Sonia, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. If not, we are going to get out of here. It's Friday. It's Friday. It is Friday. So this is what you guys are going to need to get signed up inside of the community. It's a very easy process. The entire community is $1 a day, $29 a month. No contracts, no obligations. I am cheaper than coffee. When you get signed up inside of the community, you're going to receive a free copy of my book today, right? You guys are going to get this today. It's going to come in ebook format. You're going to also receive my e-course, which is called The Fearless Mindset, because you need them both, right? And then once you get inside the community, you can send me a message and I'll tell you why they're so important and then how they are to be utilized. So you get the course today, you're going to get my book today, you're going to receive me today, most importantly as your coach. You're going to get the community today, you're going to get the live stream today, you're going to get the podcast today, you're going to get all of that today. And so if you are ready to get signed up, just copy and paste that link that Tara has pinned. You can get it on Barnes & Noble, beloved. If you want to get the book, you can get it on Barnes & Noble. Jordan Williams, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? For everyone that's getting signed up inside of the community. But if I'm you, instead of buying the book on Barnes & Noble, why not just get signed up inside of the community, which is cheaper than buying the book because the book is $39 on Barnes & Noble. You can get signed up inside of the community today for $29. And you're going to get the book and you're going to get a course. It just only makes more sense, but I'm going to let you make that decision. Again, copy and paste that link that you guys see pinned to the screen. It'll take you to the community to get signed up. And then you guys will be ready to go. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? If you're going to buy the book, but you don't have the community and you don't have the course and the book is $39 on Barnes & Noble, why not sign up for the community, right? Get the book for $29, which you just saved $10. Plus you're getting our course, which is $29. Plus you're getting the community. It only makes more sense, right? Even if you didn't stay in the community, I would still purchase the community because I'm getting the book and the course. You need them both. I'm telling you that it's $29 a month, beloved. Yes, $29 a month, no contracts, no obligations. So anyways, I think that's it. Are there any community, again, copy and paste that link that you guys see pinned there. It'll take you to the community. Again, the community is cheaper than your therapy and 10 times more powerful. It's that simple. Cheaper than therapy and 10 times more powerful. Or is there any community related questions before we get out of here, you guys? You said you're having problems copying and pasting. Hold it down for like 3 seconds. Somebody can put that up there for me, please. Hold it down for like 3 seconds. T. Benz, I got you. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, buddy. Trina, I see you, beloved. Yeah, copy and paste that link and hold it down for like 3 seconds. And then it'll take you, or you guys can go to my link tree, my link in bio, and you can get into the community that way. If you're having problems, you can go to my link in bio. Lisa, I see you, beloved. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Reezy, I've got a whole piece on identity, beloved. I don't know if you're in the community now, but if you're not, I definitely recommend you, even if you didn't do nothing but sign up just so that you can gain access to that. You're going to want that. I've got a whole piece. In fact, I think I did a whole series on just identity and how to shift because first of all, congratulations on being sober. That's number one. That's a hell of an accomplishment. But it's time to shift out of. It's time to shift. I did a whole matter of fact. We did a whole week on identity, you guys. Right? I think we did identity. We covered identity and identity shifting. I want to say for like an entire week. There's whole live streams on it inside the community. I know for sure. Right? So yeah, the solution that you need is in the community. All right, you guys. I think that's it. I will see you guys Monday. For everyone else, I'll see you in the community, and then heavenly, I'll see you, beloved. And then remember, you guys, I'm going to put the 8 steps to self-respect inside the community, so you guys will have that shortly. Angela, I'll see you, beloved. Hopefully, you are feeling better. Coach Sonia, hopefully you are feeling better. Shout out real quick to Artara, you guys. Let's shout Artara out for keeping the integrity of our community intact, and just keeping all of the people out, man, that come in with, I don't know where these people come from. I really don't, but it's mind blowing how many people are out there. So let's definitely show her some love. But other than that, you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys Monday. Stay powerful, stay prayed up.